Hello, everybody. YouTube says we're live. Have an excellent connection. That's good. We're just Hydra and I are doing some stuff behind the scenes to try and get him on because he's going to be joining us again this week today. But we're going to try and do something fancy where we get his workspace camera on here as well. We've never done this before, so let's see. So please bear with. Hello, Mr. Schnitzler. Did you get it? So this might fail spectacularly, but we're going to try. And then we'll say we tried, and then we'll actually like practice next time or something. So, if you celebrate Christmas, how was everyone's Christmas? If you don't celebrate Christmas, did you get some food? Did you get some presents or something? For something else? What have you been doing for the last week? How you doing? Let me know. So today, oh, come on, Simon, let's get on this. Hello. He was here just a moment ago. So what I'm hoping to work on today is this. Yeah, let's pop that out. Okay, that's good. The dominatrix, because it's been a while since I worked on the dominatrix. Howdy, Forest Sprite. Welcome. Did you ever get that gift back that got stolen from your porch? Is that all figured out now? Let us know. Flynnhammer, haven't stopped eating. I like that. Man after my own heart. That's a good Tyrannid. Haven't stopped eating. I feel like Tyranids would not stop eating either. Situation slightly suboptimal in that I've only got my one old light right now with the camera on it. Because I took the other one inside because my Norn Queen decided that she wants to make Warhammer models. And she bought... Technically, she bought me an Alario, the crazy wood elf lady riding the giant beetle. Technically, she brought me an Alario for Christmas, but she gave it to me. And I was like, oh, sweet. I've always wanted to convert this model into Sarah Kerrigan. And she's like, oh, I thought we could work on this together. I'm like, this is how Marge feels in that episode of The Simpsons when Homer buys her a bowling ball. And he's like, hey, Marge, here's a bowling ball. Oh, I guess you're not going to use it. I'll just use it. And she's like, no, Homer, I'm going to learn how to bowl. And I feel like my wife did some version of that to me where she's like, hey, here's a model. Oh, he's here. Here's a model, but it's now our model, and we're going to do it together. Which I'm cool with, because I'm cool with sharing hobby stuff with my wife. I think that'll be cool. I'm just... She's like, yeah, and I'm going to do Alario, and you can do the beetle. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. I like the beetle. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to try and... Meet video call. What the hell? I'm just going to call you with video. Hello? Can you hear me, my dear? Oh, wait. Let's try it again. Allow. Okay, Mr. Zimon, can you hear me? Oh, is this going to be the silly buggers thing where I can't hear you, like we did at your birthday? So there's my video. I don't think you need my video. Let's see your video. Okay, it looks like you're talking, but I do not hear you. Hello? Oh, I see a man. A grizzled looking man. Oh, now it went away. Okay, let's see if I can get that up on the... Let's get rid of this ridiculous thing. I can see you. I can't hear you. Have you got your audio all messed around? Do you need headphones or something? Do you need a headset? Let's see if I can get your video in here. No, that's not what I want. Video capture. Nope, I want window capture. Sorry, friends. Please bear with one moment. We're doing very... Come on, Hangouts video call. You can do it. Yeah, you got to figure out your audio, buddy. Actually, I should test my audio because I'm assuming that... No, actually, I'm hearing audio, so... Oh, look at this technology. Okay, so now I've got you on screen successfully, which is cool. Do you have your work vid cam there? How are we going to set this up? Oh, I can see your workspace. Now I just need some audio. Why doesn't the audio work? Because I'm assuming you can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Maybe I should message you in the other thing. Can you hear me? Not hearing, not seeing any... You're not seeing... Oh no, I turned off my video, so you shouldn't be able to see me, but you should be able to hear me. Hello? Hello? Allow. Remember this decision. Okay, can you see me now? Well, this is dumb. Thank you all for keeping each other entertained in the chat. So I've got... What? Blocked media autoplay? I don't want blocked media autoplay. Oh, shit! Hold on. Hold on. Okay, say something. Let's try this again. Use camera allowed. Use microphone allowed. Audio and video. Let's try this again. I'm going to call you one more time. You can't hear me. Why am I talking to you? What the hell? Let me call you again. Hello? Simon, can you hear me? Fucking hell. Okay, this is silly buggers. We gotta shut this down. All my settings should be good. I can't hear you. Stream, mic, speakers. Huh. I didn't hear the test sound. Oh, it works. Hello? Hey, how's it going?
I figured before, between all the typing, it might be easier to just talk.
Well, okay, so you can't hear me on the Hangouts, right?
Yep,
Yep, you can't hear me.
that's correct.
Okay, well, why don't we just do it this budget way? Are you okay to stay on your phone and we do it like this?
Of course.
Okay, because I've got your video up on... Oh, shit, hold on. I had your video up on screen. One sec. I've got your video up on screen, so that's not an issue.
Okay. The internet can see me.
The internet can see you, and now they can hear you, because you're talking through my microphone. It's just the least It's the least elegant way of doing it, but, you know, I guess it works. We don't need to be elegant, right?
No.
Just smash on through.
Shall I switch off my microphone so it doesn't double?
I don't know if it's doubling. I don't think it's coming through because I get no audio on my... I guess I'll turn off my mic so it doesn't double on or whatever. And yeah, you can turn off your mic on Hangouts. I'll turn off my video too because we don't need that. But the video's good. Like, your video's coming through no problem.
Okay. Is it too bright?
It's a little bright, but I don't know if you can do anything about that, can you?
Less light. Switch off the lights. I don't know.
Haven't you got some candles so you can work in the dark? Be all romantic and shit?
It's just that that's really slow. So anything that I'm doing is really slow on the feed.
I don't know if that really matters, does it?
No.
Actually, I think mine is a bit dim. Oh, are you watching on YouTube?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, everything, like, I'm waving my hand now. You're not going to see it for a second on YouTube because it's all delayed.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning.
Yeah, so same thing with your end. So you can't watch yourself sculpt through your computer. It won't work.
Okay.
Well, you can, but it'll look bad.
Okay. I was just asking myself if there was an easy way to change the settings on the camera because
yeah.
Well, you are on an Apple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would probably, if I could change settings, I would change them through Hangouts, not.
On the camera, I use a tool called it's actually called Webcam Settings app. It's very obviously named, the obviously named Webcam Settings app. And when you do that, the internet doesn't see you. What does that mean? Do you see me on the YouTube, Simon?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Kajan just said the internet doesn't see you. I don't know what that means. He's just trying to scare me. Okay. Well, we can see you, so that's all that matters.
Okay. Okay, it's about the talking, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, people can hear you. It's just that we're not doing it through the actual Hangouts app. I've just got you like yelling from my phone. Hey, look, it's Boba Fett.
Yes, it is. That's what came in with the mail today.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett got a special task today. I don't know. I assume the internet can hear me now.
I'm pretty sure the internet can hear me. Can the internet not hear Hydra? Can you let us know? Oh. So Kajan was talking about you. Okay, I'm gonna go look at these comments. I think it's a lot of people being like, "Wow, look, they broke the stream again." Symbio Joe says, I will not get into airbrushing very soon. I found that out in the past 2 days. Oh shit, Symbio Joe, what happened? Some people say Spooky Bone Man, solid Christmas here, got some Ogren and some Escher ladies. Fun.
Peter Hansen says he can hear us both, and Symbio Joe says the same. So
we're good.
That's cool. So what I'm doing right now here is
explain this thing to me, this all tags, because I keep seeing this all tags thing that you're working on. I have no idea what it is.
The what?
All tags challenge, or what's it called? Alt tags challenge? What's the challenge?
Okay. So first off, I got this Boba Fett, and what he is here for, he's here for holding the sign which says, "If I have a family emergency, he will pop up," because he's standing here because I need to do some family errands.
Cute. I like it. So that's how you negotiated with your dear and darling wife to do this? You told her that there would be a
No, no,
AFK situation?
it's just my clever idea of how I could, you know, do this.
Your lighting just got better. Whatever you did was good.
Okay, that's cool. I just changed. Just realized everything's upside down, but left from right. But yeah, you know, that's the intent.
Well, again, don't try and watch your own video while sculpting, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And don't show someone something where it's like, it's very important that you do this with your left hand.
Yeah, everything with my left hand. So this is when I need to run, I just place him here, so you know I'm not hearing or seeing anything.
Okay, perfect.
So what I'm about today is the hashtag Alltag 40k, and the fun thing is that Alltag is a German word. It stands for every day.
Oh, see, the problem is I read that as all tags, and I'm like, what? You're gonna like make something that like covers all the 40k tags? It's gonna have a Space Marine in it. It's gonna have a Tyranid in it. It's gonna have a
and I didn't understand it as well. Although I'm German, I was like, what are people talking about? Like, is that German? Is it not? So the idea is that you could enter probably, as I understand it, what you want. Yeah. As long as it is depicting someone eating, praying, or playing.
Oh, that's what their like their prompt is? Eating, playing, or praying?
Yeah.
Do you know Eat, Pray, Love?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought about that as well.
I was gonna say that's what it makes me think of.
But probably they didn't want to go into this love section because that would spawn some weird stuff. So they probably thought it would be wise to just keep it with the kids version.
Could just be someone giving flowers to someone else, you know, don't get dirty.
What?
Could just be someone giving flowers to someone else, doesn't have to be dirty.
Yeah, you know the internet. It's the internet after all, right?
Yes. Rule 43 or something, that everything is porn on the internet, or if you can think about it, there's porn of it on the internet.
Yep, that's right.
Some shit like that.
Okay, so this is what we're doing, or what I'm working on. So what are you working on? I see a giant monster with too many putty between her shoulders.
I want to work on the dominatrix because it's been a while since I worked on the dom.
Nice.
Oh man, and of course I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna glue this together with some plastic glue, and all my glue is inside because Claire and I are working on models together. Shit.
Yeah, that what happens when you work with the Norn on plastic models together. Yes.
Everything moves to the dining room table. Actually, I thought I had super glue out here, but I don't know where the heck it is. I got all your friends joining me. I've got your Lictor, who hangs out in the corner and keeps me company. And then we got our little ferryman. I put him on top of my glue box for now, because I don't really know what to do with him. I don't have anything to send you yet. And the Norn Queen says hi. She was like, oh, say hello to our dear friend Simon for me. And I'm like, oh yes, dear Herr Schnitzler. And she said, yes, our dear little Schnitzel. I'm like, okay, that's probably not okay.
I just wish that I had gotten a penny for every time I, had the joke, and I got so sick of that.
I figure you must have gotten sick of that and pissed off with it.
Yeah, what I did was at some point there were some students who really got into that.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I said, well, you can assume that I've been carrying this name for quite a while now, and you can bet that I've heard every joke about this name that can be made. And they were like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, blah blah, whatever. And finally, I said, okay, we'll do something. If
your video just died. Is that intentional?
No, it wasn't.
Just switched off for some reason.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, we're back.
Okay. And I said, well, if you can tell me a joke about my name that I haven't heard before, I'm gonna buy you a candy bar.
Oh, wicked! I love it.
And if I know the joke already, you'll
Oh.
play in the art room for 2 weeks every day after school.
Oh. Damn,
So-
you're smart. I would have left it at the first part. I would have been like, if you can tell me a joke about my name that I've never heard, I'll buy you a candy bar. And it would just be incessant children telling me jokes about my name.
Yeah, it wasn't children; it was youngsters and with dirty minds. And I didn't want to hear all the bullshit I've heard before.
Right.
So after 2 weeks of no one making a joke of my name, I had someone walk up and being very brave and said to me, well, I think I have something you haven't heard before. And I was like, okay, let's hear that.
Yeah.
And it's a German ad for, I should work on something. There was, I don't know, it's probably North American to have what's it called? Like meat, like a cutlet.
Yeah.
Like a schnitzel.
Yeah.
You can bake it in your toaster.
Okay.
And the ad sentence for that product was just don't call it schnitzel.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He looked at me and said, don't call it schnitzel.
And you'd not heard it before?
Nope.
Good.
I had a good laugh, and
He got a chocolate bar.
He won the chocolate bar, right?
Good.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad they're actually coming up with creative stuff.
Yeah. So as things are to our audience, I have the problem that I'm not working at the place I usually do because I needed to move because the missus of the house wants the living room for herself. So I have packed everything up in a box and moved into my working area where I should work for school. And so everything is not in its place, and I need to look for things twice, which is bullshit because it slows me down.
Mm-hmm.
And speed is of essence today, but that's how it goes. So I'm trying to be smart and plan ahead of what I want to do. And since I want to do so much today, we will see how that turns out.
Okay.
So I got all kinds of weird shit here.
Just gonna check the some comments here. So everyone's saying they can hear us. Oh, Peter Hampson's offering to read the comments for us, but I don't know how the heck we would do that. I don't know if I can get you both on a call.
Well, if he's on Signal, he could do that.
Oh no, you know what we could do? We could do because you're on Discord, right?
Yes, I'm on Discord.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I don't know if Peter's still around. Peter, you still around? You still willing to do that? Peter Hampson, let us know if you're still willing to read the comments on Discord, because we could both, you and I could be on, we can create a three-way call on Discord. This is just Peter Hampson's sneaky way of making sure that I create my own Discord, because it would be so much easier.
Yep, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna try and create a new thing with the three of us, because you're calling me on your phone right now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Hold on. How do I create like a group? Start a conversation. I'm gonna start a conversation. Okay. Oh, I don't have you as a friend on Discord? What the hell? Hold on a sec.
What? We should be in the same. We are at least in the same group.
Yeah, but the problem is that, like, with Discord, you can be in a group with someone and not be friends with them, which actually makes sense, I think. If you're in, like, some weird 40k chat with a lot of, like, assholes in it, it doesn't assume you want to be friends with all of them. So I just sent you a friend request on Discord.
Okay, my Discord is updating right now, but I'm positive to be there in a sec. So
what are you doing with the rocks?
Show, but I am. What?
Now everyone's excited that there's a Discord. There isn't actually a Discord. Sorry, guys. I have not evolved yet.
Nope. Still the little ripper.
You're still waiting to accept my thing?
Say again?
You still waiting to accept my friend request on Discord?
Yeah, I started Discord when we talked about it, but it needed some update apparently.
Oh, okay. All right, you do that. I'm going to run and get some glue. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
If you want to yell at people, feel free to yell at people.
So, as Mr. Pink apparently doesn't have any Boba Fett telling people that he's away from the keyboard, it's me to tell you what I'm going to do. What I'm trying to do today, as you can see or not see, depending on my camera's quality here. What I'm trying to do is build this piece for this competition, and I just gathered some rocks, and I want to have a field where my little peasants will be working on, and I collected some rocks with which I wanted to decorate the side of the field. So this part is the field, and this is sort of the highway walking along with a little guard here, and a little truck. And my basic plan is to use some air hardening, air drying model clay, which will basically be the soil and everything else. So this comes for the very last, because I will push everything just in. But I figured I could collect some rocks already. So what I want to do first is turn this young lady, which really looked like a lovely chap to chat with, into a peasant workhorse. I got a invite by Mr. Pink, which I'm finally accepting.
What?
I have accepted the Discord thing. Okay, I just realized that I'm missing one crucial piece for the lady here.
All right. Oh, that was a mistake. Yay, we're friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. 1 sec. I'm creating a conversation with you and EvilEye, which is Peter. And once we're both here, I will kill our signal call and I will switch over to that.
Okay.
Peter's there.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm going to hang up on you on Signal.
Okay.
1 sec, and then I'll start a call over there.
Nice.
Hello? Is everyone here?
Everyone is here.
Oh, I hear Peter.
Yeah, that's me.
Simon, where you at? Oh, Peter, do you want to mute YouTube?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
There we go.
We still don't have audio from... we still don't have audio from fucking Hydra. Oh, wait, is Boba Fett there? I don't know. I didn't see him put Boba Fett. He might be on an emergency.
No, Boba Fett is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, my God. This is embarrassing. Man, we had this stream going so well, and we tried to do fancy things.
I know.
I need to figure out...
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Click the call in that. I think he just doesn't really know Discord.
Nah.
Because I invited him to the call, but he needs to like click on it or something.
Yeah.
Click on the he has to click on the ongoing call.
It says he's got his icon here, so
Yeah, does that I guess maybe he doesn't have audio?
maybe.
This is a comedy of errors. Amazing.
I know.
Well, thank you for offering to help with our comedy of errors.
Yes, my sincerest apologies for that. I've as long as it doesn't turn into a tragedy of errors, anyway.
Yeah. You don't need to apologize. We're the ones who are creating the comedy of errors, man. He said
It's true.
It sounds like he's having a problem with his mic. I don't know.
Yeah, he says fucking Mike. Yeah. Oh dear.
But he was just using it.
Maybe his microphone isn't set up because he'd use his mic because before he used his phone, he says that's Kazan.
Yeah. Allow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let's go through the comments while Hydra's figuring.
Okay, so we've got Symbio Joe. Mark, wait, there's a Discord twice. Pincus evolves. Symbio Joe, creating a sci-fi feudal scene is an excellent idea. It is very Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'd agree there. That's very, very true. The whole sort of like, well, I've said it before. The whole sort of like interwar retro futurism of 40k that kind of fits right in with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Symbio Joe, best friends forever. Mark, best friends.
Okay, now things are just descending into madness.
Yeah, pretty much. Some emoticons. Flynn Hammer suggests he's deafened. As I mentioned, Kazan thinks maybe his microphone isn't set up because before he was using his phone. Yeah, Discord might need extra permissions on your phone because, of course. Actually, I'm just going to put myself
I'm not really clear if he's on his phone on Discord or if he's on his laptop on Discord, because like both are an option.
That might well be it.
But I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure he needs to set up his stuff first. Anything? Madness? This is live stream? Oh my god, is this 2007?
I still like the reference.
Oh god, yeah. Well, of course. You can't really go wrong with a This Is Sparta reference. It's just... Oof.
It's a bit,
I feel old.
it's a bit dated. Oh, yeah, he's trying his phone. Okay, I guess, yeah, the laptop was not working. But yeah. I think it was his laptop that was not working before when I had him on Hangouts, too, because I think he was doing Hangouts from his laptop. So maybe the issue is with the laptop. And, like, full disclosure, we tried to do a birthday thing with Hydra recently, and his laptop, or his mic did not work with that.
That could be it.
So I think it might be a laptop mic issue that we're dealing with here.
Yeah. Liking the look of the Dominatrix so far, by the way. Looking
Thanks.
Well,
it's been a while since I got back to it, so I really need to get back to it.
Yeah, but no, very dominatrixy, for lack of a better word.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm really liking the limbs, actually, particularly that just the leg that's in.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the limbs are turning out.
Yeah. Oh, just so you know, Hydra's got his AFK on.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. Good thing he brought Boba.
Good, definitely good. Could be due to the camera recording Hydra's footage just muted and affects his mic for Discord, possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
But with the dominatrix. Oh yeah, there's the head. Sorry, endlessly distractible. Yeah, the limbs are looking great. I really like the tail. The back carapace plates. They're good. They're very good. I don't know if it's like an artifact of the original Hydra model that they're based on.
Mm-hmm.
They I don't know. They look. I think it is just because it's based on the Hydra, but something looks a bit different about the plates on the back from all the other plates.
You mean these ones? Like the gray ones?
Not the grey ones. No, I'm talking about on the actual body of the actual main torso of the Dominatrix. So I think it is just because they've maintained a lot of the shape from the original Hydra model.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really. You mean on like its chest, like on its thorax, or
on its back? Yeah.
On its back.
The biggest 3 plates with the gaps between them.
Yeah.
From biggest 4 rather. I don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, just full disclosure, I do have actual autism, so I do pick up on these things quite a bit. But
yeah.
But I don't know. They seem to be. I think it is just because they are obviously inheriting a lot of the shape from the original kit, but they seem a bit oddly splayed out somehow.
Splayed out. Interesting.
Like there's a lot of space between the individual plates, whereas obviously on a lot of Tyranids, kind of like they fit together very snugly.
Oh yeah. So you're right. Yeah. So they're like elevated a bit. Like
yes.
If you on another Tyranid, like one plate would lie flat over the next plate, but
exactly.
on the Herodule, the plates are kind of like they're lifted so that you can actually see the connective tissue beneath them. And that is unique from like standard Tyranids. That's another like weird Forge World design decision.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right that that's different from how they normally are. And I'm trying to use it to my benefit because what I want to do is I'm all about the psychic cradle idea on the back.
Oh yes, and that would be a good place to put the anchory roots on.
The plates are going to form that cradle, like on either side of the zone throat that's going to be back there. So you're going to get a bit delayed because you don't see my live video, but I've got like a zone throat model that I'm going to kind of put in that area. And then what I want to do is I want to like curve the plates up around it so that...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, I think I need to make a little more space for it because they're getting a little tight up on it.
Yeah, but that's a very good idea.
Thanks.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hooray! Hydra is with us.
Hooray! So this is now the ultimate setup. I have my big screen to see YouTube. I have the small screen to run Hangout, and now I have my mobile to talk to you. Wow.
Wait, what's the small screen to run Hangouts? Were you running like on your tablet or something?
My laptop.
Oh, gotcha. What's your big screen? Like you have like a monitor?
Yes, that's my computer.
Fancy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, neglected to reading the comments. Kaujan very cheekily says the Dominatrix looks a bit small. Smiley face.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Symbio Joe says, "Oh yes, now I see it too. Oh, Hydra is back. Science." And Mark says, "Hydra is alive. Technologies."
Hooray! Yeah. The Hydra returns.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't want to interrupt you, Nick, talking about your lovely lady there.
The Dom lady?
The Dom lady, yes.
Yeah, I was just talking about, I think, the psychic cradle on the back and how the armor plates are going to kind of allow for that. Yeah. So, like, I don't know how to show this. Hold on, let me try and back this up. I've got this... So the idea is that there's like a central kind of... Oh god, this is pissing me off. I drilled 2 holes for the gun, and I keep double second guessing which one I should have put it in.
Make it work. It's easy.
Because what I want to do is I want to line up kind of this central alley down like the middle of the thing's back. And then the zone throat Oh, Hydra, your video just died. Did you just kill Hangouts?
What?
Oh my god. The internet. Technology.
Yeah. Oh dear. Question is, does he have more heads now he returned? Bad joke drum.
Does he have what?
About Hydra. Question is, does he have more heads now that he's returned?
Oh, because he
Bad joke
lost
drum.
one on the he lost one through that. Oh, you're back. You're back. We got your video again.
Seriously, it feels like I have more heads. Like so many devices here running, it feels like multiple heads. And no one is exactly knowing what the other is doing.
Appropriate.
That is a very funny idea, actually. A Hydra that all the heads are constantly arguing with each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm depicting it like.
Yeah.
They are not all striving for the same goal. It's just pure madness. And let's go left. No, let's go right. No, let's go left. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Hydra prey to his machine spirits.
There you go.
Says. There we go.
Thanks for helping, Peter.
That's all right. Any time.
So Hydra, just to make it clear, Peter is often on the stream, and he was chatting with us when we were talking about the Dimacaron and like the cool ideas for it, and then he's the one who did the sketch.
Yes, and he did the sketch, which I absolutely love but I wasn't sure if you would take my remark that looks a bit like Mosquito from Masters of the Universe as the kind compliment that it was meant to.
I realised. Don't worry. I realised. But yeah, no, I can see that. I'm not massively familiar with Masters of the Universe, despite watching the 2000s version as a kid. But I can definitely see the resemblance.
That makes things that.
There was a 2000s version?
Yeah. You need to check. It's amazing.
Your video looks a little rough. Like, it looks like we're not getting enough data from you. It's a little pixelated. I can see him, but he just doesn't look as fabulous as he normally should.
I think what I'm doing is I will kill off my main computer to save up on upload.
Okay.
That'll do it. But yeah, thank you very much, both of you, for the kind words on the Dimacaron sketch. I'm there he is. There's Mosquito.
There we go.
I can see him now.
Now I can see him.
There he is. Hey. Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, Hydra's got an extensive collection of all the Masters figures.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, reminds me. I'm sorry, my brain went. But yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance between my sketch and the mosquito. Or obviously not. No, oh God, sorry. But yeah, that's a really cool looking figure actually. Is that the original one or is that one of the newer ones? Because I know they've done that kind of reboot line of the figures.
They did several reboots, which is quite a fun story, but I will keep it short. It's one of the so-called classic lines. I think it's a certain North American action figure standard in size.
Oh, okay. So about like 1/12 6-inch scale.
I think they are bigger than 6-inch, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but something along that line. And what they did was they tried to stick as close to the classic designs, not the 2000X. That's what the series called.
Yeah.
The 2000X designs. They did some mix and matches here and there, but mainly sticking to the old designs.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that they have so many articulation points, so they're really fun to play around with, especially when you're taking pictures.
Yeah. Well, in addition to being a fan of putting together bits of plastic, metal, and resin, I'm also a fan of collecting action figures myself. So, so that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you collect?
What do you collect?
Quite a lot. My biggest fixation, which is largely from having never really grown up from being a kid, is actually Transformers. I have way too many Transformers.
Good choice.
Welcome to the club. Well, about the not growing up part.
Isn't that everyone on this stream? Isn't that why we play with miniatures?
Well, that's true. Also, Symbio Joe says, Hydra, less showing your toys, more working you are on the clock here.
You're right.
Yeah, come on, buddy. You gotta finish your alt tag.
Oh, yes, it does indeed.
You gotta finish your challenge, your alt tag challenge or whatever.
Well, this shows how slow the internet is because I'm actually...
You've already finished it? Oh,
yes, I can see.
Can you adjust your camera, Hydra, so that it points like more down to where you are? Because you're in the very bottom of the frame.
Sorry, just one of Symbio Joe's comments here. What do you collect? Yes. Symbio Joe, that is absolutely accurate. I am a terrible person when it comes to impulse spending on small plastic things. Absolutely terrible.
As are we all. Anyone on... Well, I don't know about Force Sprite. Maybe Force Sprite's really good at this because she doesn't do miniatures, but anyone else on this stream, I feel like, is probably the same.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm still... It's funny, actually, because one thing I've been wanting to get into, kind of like it's a hybrid between my love of putting together miniatures wrong and action figures, is actually kind of like... Yeah, customizing, that's the word. So, for example, I've got this cheap... Well, I say cheap, it was cheap at a convention. Not particularly good Bandai alien figure.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. The problem is, it's a bit wibbly, and it doesn't look anything like the suit model.
Yeah.
And I got it for like 25 quid. And I had
that's not cheap.
I suppose it's... Well... That's the thing. Unfortunately, I've fallen into the deep, dark abyss of Japanese action figure collecting, and those things. Oh dear, they cost.
Okay.
Yeah. But enough about my awful wallet spending decisions. I had the idea of making this thing into an articulated gene stealer.
Ooh.
Now I have no idea if I'm actually going to do that or not, but.
So I just started following. The other day I posted, I don't know if you saw it, but I posted this video on Instagram of a weird Pikachu thing fighting a whole bunch of Godzillas. It was like a stop motion. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me, I need to find because I just followed this guy, and you need to follow this guy because he takes Bionicle Bionicle toys from Lego, and he uses the joints from them, and then he makes his own models over top of them.
Oh.
Okay, so everyone should check him out. He's Mootroid Productions. I don't know if you can see that. Mootroid Productions on Instagram. He's got like a cool MXP icon. So it's MOOTROIDX Productions.
Okay, let me take a look at this. Hang on a second. Oh god, bloody Instagram. Let's see. Okay, I've got my phone up as well. So.
And then if you.
Mootroid.
So he's gone and created like a Samus Aran toy where it's all. I think all the joints are they might be old cheap Japanese action figures. Oh yeah, that's not a Bionicle one, but he's got another one where he made it with Bionicle joints or something, and he'll cast the pieces and then he'll put the Bionicle joints in between. And I'd never thought to do this, but it looks like an amazing way to convert action figures.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we are. Oh, I'm definitely following this guy.
Yeah.
I'm an animator and a disaster. Oh, I know that one, except I don't animate. But yeah. But oh god, that is. I don't know why, but my phone reception is being really, really slow, so I'm gonna have to check this out later.
That's fine. No, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of it because it sounds like kind of right up your alley for what you're describing.
Yeah, well, I certainly am aware of it now. Anyway, I should probably check the comments again. Flynn Hammer, now I want a toy stream.
You're getting it, buddy. What'd you think you signed up for here?
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I can stop any time. I just don't want to. Yeah. No comment. My family says it's hoarding. I call it collecting treasure.
Is this all from the same person, or these are like lines?
No, that last one was Mark.
Okay.
And Forest Sprite here. Were you big into Pokemon, Mr. Pink?
Pokemon. I got some Pokemon cards. I played the Pokemon game, but my action toy figure stuff started, like, I'm old, right? So it started way before Pokemon. Like when I was a kid, we had, anyone who's like listened to the podcast episode that we did with Hydra has probably already heard this, but we were big into GI Joes when we were kids, and some of the first converting I ever saw anyone do was Brother Pink, taking GI Joes apart because there was like a screw in their back, and you could take them apart. And you could like swap their legs and swap their arms and all that. So he was doing that, and I was like, wow, this is like magic. All the cool shit I do is because of my brother. Like, he introduced me to like Warhammer. He introduced me to like a lot of the bands I like. Hydra, you know Hawksley Workman?
Yes.
Pure Craig.
Of course.
That's all Craig's fault. All the cool shit I like is his fault. Anyway, so we used to do GI Joes. We had Transformers, like Star Control. Was that what it's called? Star Patrol or something? All kinds of stuff.
Starcom.
Lego. No, not StarCraft. It was like this. No,
Starcom.
Starcom. Yes, thank you. With the magnets or whatever.
Yeah, that rings a bell, but I can't actually. I mean, obviously, I'm only 24, so I'm a fair bit.
Oh yeah, I am an old man. So
I'm a fair bit behind the curve on you. So, but yeah, what's this? I thought. Anyway, some more comments. Dan, that's great, especially if you have a whole hot box of Bionicle pieces lying around. That's I am Charlie Gray. Oh, David Hills is on. Good evening,
David, hey buddy.
Charlie Gray. I thought about doing my MP Ava like that. Never dared though.
Your own what?
Charlie Gray. He said I thought about doing my MP Evangelion like that.
Never dared, Evangelion, yes, do it.
Yeah, as far as Sprite, I remember my cousins being super into GI Joe, and Mark Snake Eyes was the best GI Joe.
Oh, I think Charlie Gray is God, what Charlie Gray is on Instagram. Charlie, what's your handle on Instagram? Because it's different. Me and him chat.
Know who that is, but let me...
I think he's Dr. Clown on Instagram.
Oh, he is Dr. Clown.
High Fleet Varanus. Because the MP Ava is mass production Evangelion.
Yeah.
He did like a big kind of bobbly head. Yeah.
Oh, finally, my phone is actually loading. Oh, damn, that's an impressive. Sorry, I've just seen the Mootroid's battle damage Guyver Figma.
Nice.
Custom. That's pretty cool. I need to watch Guyver. It looks pretty awesome.
I've not seen it.
No, well, see, yet another of my many obsessions is obscure anime, and I think somewhere, because I know there's a lot of different OVAs. Like there's the movie they did. There was a different OVA, one that apparently only lasted one episode and wasn't very good. Guyver, yeah.
Oh.
And then there was a live action Guyver as well, wasn't there?
Oh, I don't know about that. Cool.
Who is the disjointed English voice I'm hearing? Oh, hello, David Hills. I'm Peter Hampson. Or also known as Peter EvilEye on Instagram. I'm the guy that
saved us from ourselves.
Yeah, that too. I should probably catch up on the comments, shouldn't I? So Kajan says I was into Mask and Dino Riders, not so much GI Joe.
Mask, yes, Dino Riders. I love both.
Yeah. Guilty of that as well.
I'm an action figure omnivore, really. So I got a lot of love.
Mark says Snake. Mark says oh my brain. Visionaries, Knights of the Mystical Realm.
Yes, I feel you.
Yeah. David Hills again, who's the disjointed English voice I'm hearing, and that's me. G.I. Joe was never broadcast in Germany, was it? Says Symbio Joe.
Oh.
Yep.
Was it, Simon?
Nope. Just the toys.
Simon, do you have the audio on YouTube? We're getting an echo somewhere.
Yeah.
Do I have...
No, we wouldn't be echoing. It would be a slow echo, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. We're together working with like bubble gum and duct tape here, so we got to just kind of like allow it to do whatever the hell it wants to do.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, David Hills. He's recently started following me. Kajan says Pokemon first season was good before the cutification happened, and you still had cool Pokemon like Scyther.
Oh yeah, the Tyrannid Pokemon.
The Tyrannid Pokemon, yeah. G.I. Joe was broadcast in Germany, but only one season or so on RTL Saturday morning, says Kajan. I remember seeing some G.I. Joe around the time we had Brave Star and the 80s X-Men show.
Brave Star. Damn. Wait, was there an 80s X-Men show? I remember the 90s X-Men show.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There might have been. I'm not so up on my superhero stuff, so I wouldn't know. David Hills also says Guyver is awesome. Hellsing is worth a watch too. Thank you. I will definitely do that. Mark says yes, there was a live action. Flynn Hammer, that English voice is their joint conscience.
We're fancy men in our conscience.
Yes. Symbio Joe, there should have been more Brave Star. It was a sell toys to kids show, but the characters I still really like.
I can barely remember it. There's these certain action figures / cartoon things that I watched when I was a kid that I think were a fever dream until someone mentions them, and I'm like, wait, that actually existed? I thought I dreamt it.
Yeah. I've actually never heard of Brave Star, would you believe it?
I think it was very American, because I think it was like kind of indigenous appropriating.
Oh, yeah, looking this up, it looks to be the most American thing I've seen in a while.
You mean guns on a bald eagle? You mean guns on a bald eagle? You said the most American thing you've seen in a while.
Well, yeah, there is that, but no, the guy with the cowboy hat, the sheriff's sheriff's badge, the little interesting pistols with the big battery underneath it, and he's got a robot walking horse that holds a gun. This is magnificent. I need to check this out. It looks hilarious in that. Oh dear. Anyway,
might not be so hilarious when you start buying all the toys, though. Might not be so hilarious if you start buying all the toys, though.
No, that's true. I would have to Google it if it was the 90s one, the one that had Yellow Suit Wolverine and Jubilee. I think that was the 90s.
I think it was 90s, yeah. The first episode is like the introduction of Jubilee, I think.
Yeah, Hellsing is on Netflix in the UK if you have it, Peter. 40-minute episodes. I don't have Netflix. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a TV that would run Net. Oh wait, I've got a PC. What am I talking about?
You sound like some of my senior relatives who are like, "Oh, your TV." I'm like, "TV? What TV? We don't have a TV."
Yeah. Hellsing Ultimate's the better one in my opinion. Says I am Charlie Gray. I have heard that too. Kajan, the most American thing would be Galaxy Rangers.
Galaxy Rangers.
And Mark, Peter, say I fly Spitfires and blow a raspberry.
I think they're messing with you, buddy.
I'm not sure if they want me to say I fly Spitfires and blow a raspberry, or if they want me to say I fly Spitfires
and then blow a
raspberry.
It's unclear. Yeah. I think you did great,
yes,
though.
In any case, I shall put my best British accent on. I fly Spitfires and blow a raspberry.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Man, our conscience got so...
Peter, you just have to be cautious. This is the internet after all, and maybe they start posting stuff for you just to say it.
That's true. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, that's a possibility. Oh god, I'm going to become internet infamous. I'd rather not.
So wait, Hydra, how's it? Are you working, Hydra? I can't really see anything going on right now.
I am working, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he's working.
Tell us what you're working on.
I have messed up because I am missing two pretty crucial bits. I was pretty positive that I have in my bits box right here with me, and one is the it's not a shovel. It's something to rather scratch the earth than to move
like
it
a rake?
around. And yeah, well, I hold it up to the camera. It's the what's the drinking guy is holding up.
It's like it looks like a hoe or something. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, that's I thought it's from the Fireforge kit for from the Fireforge zombie peasant kit.
Fireforge. I've never heard of Fireforge.
I would be somewhere here, but I have not the time to go searching right now. So I will have to make up something for that. The other thing that I'm missing is my wire, because I have no wire for the tubing, and apparently Warhammer 40k basically consists of skulls and tubes.
Yep.
And
you know it well.
So I need to make use of this tube maker.
Yep.
Set, which I have bought decades ago and have never really understood how to use it.
Hey, you didn't understand how to use it so well that you gave me yours.
Yeah.
My first tube maker was from you. I got it right here.
Yeah. Does it work?
Still works. It works.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure you line up the lines.
Yeah. Hang on, sorry.
Like, don't do them in a weird angle. Like, make sure they're parallel. The little like gaps in the middle. And then I find it works best because this one doesn't have any edges to it. You got to kind of like keep it between both your fingers when you're moving it, and then just kind of go back and forth like that. Because if you don't have your fingers there, it can kind of like shift all over the place.
Okay.
I got my what?
I will give it a try, but
So I have that one, but I got a fancier tube maker from Green Stuff Industries, and it's got like a wall on it, and it's got like an angle so you can like taper your tubes. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. And it's got like 3 different sizes, and it works pretty well.
So yeah, I'm trying to work up this peasant lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and need to find a way to make the tube work, because what I want her to have is like the mask up. Her husband, who's working next to her, is having his mask down to take a drink. And she's kind of the working part of the family. He's standing there drinking. She's working, as always. Women are pushed around all over the place, even in the 40,000...
41st millennium, Hydra.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's...
Okay. We've got some more comments, just so you know. Let's see, because so let's see. The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers will be the proper title, and it's a mix between sci-fi, western, mutant powers, psi powers, and hacking, and it was crazy. Aired around the same time Silverhawks and Thundercats.
Oh, Silverhawks! Wait, there was hacking in like the 80s? What the hell?
I know. Makes you wonder. Snowball Joe says he bought the DVD box for nostalgia reasons, and the animation has not aged well at all.
None of them ever do. I went and watched like Transformers original series, and the animation is so bad.
Oh God, don't start me on that. I watched through the entire of the first and second seasons for some godforsaken reason, and yeah, it's sure something.
I'd say what does age well are the films, like the Transformers animated film. I feel like that animation style is still pretty good.
Oh, the animation for the '86 movie is fantastic, yeah. But then that's what happens when you have a massively inflated budget, I suppose.
Oh, did they? Did they have a really big budget? I don't know that part of the story.
Well, it would have been massive in comparison to a single episode of the Transformers cartoon, anyway. True.
I mean, they did get Weird Al and Orson Welles.
Indeed, they did.
And Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, it's a funny story here, actually, because as you may know, Orson Welles hated working on the Transformers
I did not know that.
Oh, he hated working on it, and he was actually really difficult to work with, and it was the last thing he ever worked on before he died.
Yeah.
But yeah, he really didn't like being Unicron. Leonard Nimoy, on the other hand, absolutely loved working on the Transformers and was...
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, in fact, he was overjoyed because in 2011, when they were doing the live action ones, he made a return as Sentinel Prime.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But didn't he play Galvatron?
he played Galvatron in the '86 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Anyway, some more things. Flynn Hammer, all right. Don't be mean to my fellow Brit. It's all right. I can take it, Flynn Hammer. Charlie Gray, Green Stuff Industries. Is it a different one to Green Stuff World?
Are you joking, Charlie Gray? Charlie Gray doesn't know the rule. The rule is we don't buy anything from Green Stuff World ever. They're horrible. Yeah, Green Stuff Industries is very different. If you look up Green Stuff Industries, they have a website that looks like it was made in like 2006. And they've got that, like, I don't know who it is. There's like this artist that used to do all the art for Belle of Lost Souls. He's done the art for them. And all they sell is the Green Stuff roller, and it's called the Tentacle Maker, and they sell the Tentacle Maker and a couple of other things, but not much else. But yeah, they're good, and like the product's really good. I endorse it. When I ordered it, it comes from the States, so depending on where you are, that might affect your situation, or it might cost a little more in shipping. It did took a little while for them to get it to me, but it did get to me. Like, and by a little while, I mean a few weeks, like not like instantaneous, because I think they're kind of doing it. I don't know how active they still are, but I ordered it within the last year, and it showed up. So yeah, Green Stuff Industries, not Green Stuff World. Don't let friends buy from Green Stuff World.
Yeah. I am embarrassed to admit, now I hasten to add, I did not know about their reputation.
No one does. And that's the thing. Like, people say that to me, but no one knows. Like, the only way people are going to know is if we tell them. So my goal is to tell people, and then they can make their own decision.
Yeah. Oh, it's annoying because like I have some of their color shift paints, and they are actually good paints. But now I feel guilty whenever I use them.
No, don't. Like, you don't want to waste them. Like, if you've already got the stuff, like, it's just wasteful to not use it. I'm just telling people so they can make their own decision in future. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I probably wouldn't. It's annoying because some of the stuff that they make, even if
very
a lot
unique.
of it is ripped, a lot of it is ripped off from other people.
Oh yeah.
But it's annoying because, like, the stuff they make, from my experience at least, I haven't ordered their green stuff. I know you said they sent it in ribbons, which is terrible.
I've used their green stuff,
Yeah.
Before I knew.
But yeah, it's annoying because some of their stuff is good quality, but I can't.
Well, that's kind of like AK-47 or whatever. What are they? AK-48?
AK Interactive.
Yeah, so they they make a lot of stuff that you can't get anywhere else. Because they've been making it for so long that like no one else wants to like try to make it because they're like, oh well, AK's cornered the market on that. Oh shit, I've broken my thing. But so it's tough because they did their like gross thing with like the Holocaust and all that, and it's like don't support them. But it's hard to not support them when you can't get it anywhere else.
And that's just it, isn't it? Yeah. Also, you've got a message help review, just so you know.
What?
But
Atelier! Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, whoops! Nearly fell over. But yeah, he says, "Oh shit! I had almost bought it from Green Stuff World. I feel like I'm horribly uninformed. But why is Green Stuff World bad?"
Okay, so Green Stuff World. So Charlie was just referencing the color shift paints that they make. So the thing where I kind of like tuned into like what the deal is with Green Stuff World and how they're a bit awkward. I feel like we've talked about this maybe on other streams, but for the benefit of anyone who's not heard those, there is a YouTuber called Sword and Steel. Steel spelled Stele. So she's a YouTuber from Canada. I think she owns or helps operate a miniature friendly local gaming miniature store somewhere near where I live in Canada. And she did a review of Vallejo's color shift paints. So she went to the store, or maybe she ordered them from Vallejo or something. Color shift paints from Vallejo. She put it up on her YouTube channel, and she posted it one day. She went to bed. She woke up the next morning, and she got a notification from YouTube that her video had been taken down and that there was a copyright strike against her account because she had used the term color shift in her video review of Vallejo's color shift paints. It says color shift on the bottle. And that term was copyright of Green Stuff World. And that Green Stuff World had reported her, like flagged her for ripping off their copyright. because she had reviewed another company's product that used the same name as their product. So instead of going after the company that uses the same name as their product, they decided to go after like a otherwise innocent hobbyist who was just reviewing a product. And the thing is, like, when you're on YouTube and you've got a YouTube channel, if you get these strikes against your account, if you get 3 strikes, I think they shut down your account. And that's like, for people, this is like their income. Like, she runs a business. She probably promotes like stuff on her YouTube for her business. So that's serious business. And it just seemed very petty that Green Stuff World was going after her because she was kind of like the low-hanging fruit, rather than settling this with Vallejo. Like, I think they were actually pursuing some kind of legal action against Vallejo as well. But it was just a shitty thing to do to a small-time hobbyist. So she posted a video saying like, hey, this happened. And Green Stuff World, I think she asked Green Stuff World to remove the strike or something, or she like contested it. And a bunch of people got mad at Green Stuff World in the like online community. And Green Stuff World eventually was like, oh, yes, oh, sorry, we're so sorry. We'd be happy to send you some of our product to review, just to like, you know, make it up to you. And by the way, can you please take down that original video where you talk about how we had a copyright strike against your account? And she was like, no, I think I'm going to leave that up. And the really classy part is that all this happened and Vallejo found out about it. And like, apparently Vallejo's handled by this one dude. I think, is Giovanni here? I don't think Giovanni's here. I think Giovanni's in Spain and he could tell us all this stuff. But I think there's like one guy behind Vallejo, and he like reached out to her, and I think he sent her like a shitload of paints just to be like, hey, I'm really sorry this happened to you. Here, have some cool product. So they were like really classy about it, but Green Stuff World was not classy about it. And I've since heard from other people that they make, like you said, Peter, they make a habit of ripping off ideas from other people. Oh, Simon, do you know about this? There was like a German dude who he developed something. There's this whole thread, and I can go find the link. There's a video on YouTube where this German dude basically explains how he created something. Green Stuff World ripped it off, and they just like rushed to copyright it before he could, like patent it or whatever, because they're based in a part of Spain that handles copyright and patents for all of the EU. So it's fairly easy for them to like get on this stuff. Anyway, there's something like that where like they ripped off an idea from someone, they copyrighted it out from under him, and they basically made it so he couldn't sell his own product because they got the copyright on the product that they ripped off. So they've got shitty business practices, and worst of all, they sell green stuff in a tape. Who would ever want to buy green stuff in tape? I bought it from them once before I knew anything, and they'll sell it to you and they'll say it's like separated, where they take out the middle of the tape so that the blue and the yellow are not touching. I'm like, great. And then I got it, and of course it's stored on its side, so the blue and the yellow had shifted, and they were in contact again. So I kind of like sent them a message like, hey guys, you're not storing this pretty well. Like, my stuff is in contact, and I can already see it turning green. And they just never got back to me.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Oh dear. I remember you saying about that with the ribbon, actually. That's really lame. And I'm pretty sure that comes under some kind of like fraud.
Well, no. I'm not really concerned about that part. Like, that part was just them like whatever. But I'm more concerned about the part where they like launch copyright strikes against innocent YouTubers that have nothing to do with their product, just to kind of like grind the axe of whatever copyright concern they have with another company. Like, that's not a cool thing. And then like the idea that they just rip stuff off from other people and rush it to market and rush to trademark it before the like actual people who created it can. That's shitty. Like, that's just shit, and I can't support that.
It certainly is. I mean, to be quite honest, copyright law, full stop, from what I understand, like all across the world, is basically screwed. Like, it's not a nice area of law at all, because it's heavily biased in favor of, well, whoever has enough money to win lawsuits, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you heard about this, like, certainly in the US, basically, the whole thing about things going to the public domain a certain amount of time after someone's died. Well, basically, characters like Mickey Mouse and other Disney characters should be in the public domain by now, but Disney keeps on lobbying to have the public domain expiry date extended every single time it comes up to its expiry date.
Oh, I thought what they did was they just like re-released the movies or something, and then that was how they got around it. and that's why they had like the vault thing, and that you'll see them like re-release a movie every like 5 or 10 years.
See, I don't know I think what that was, and I think this was also part of the impetus behind the endless stream of remakes they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Is that eventually, because up until recently they'd been like I say, sort of like lobbying for the extensions every single time it looked like they were about to have their characters go public domain.
Yeah.
And then eventually, someone said, no, if you're not using your characters, you have to accept that you're going to lose them.
Okay, yeah.
It's a use it or lose it situation.
Yeah.
And so they decided to do all the remakes so that they could still hold basically indefinite ransom on their characters.
Interesting. Yeah, because like all those remakes are based on like public domain stories. Like I'm pretty sure Rudyard Kipling's the Jungle Book is a public domain story now. Because I had friends who made like a musical of it, and they had to make it very clear that it was like the Rudyard Kipling Jungle Book and not the Disney one. Are we? Whoa, shit! Did I just die? Sorry, I just got booted from the call, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I heard the word domain, and then you cut out.
I don't know. Well, what I was saying is that they take stories that are in the public domain pretty much, like the Jungle Book. That like Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book is a public domain story, and then they like remake theirs. So anyone who wants to make a production of The Jungle Book, I had friends who made like a musical production. They have to like specifically state that it's not Disney's Jungle Book, or they have to make sure that it's like it's Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book, not the Disney one.
Yeah.
I had a question for Hydra, actually. Hydra, you said that you were like working against a what the hell? Why does it say that our ongoing call is happening in 1969, 12/31?
Time travel.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. Hydra, you said you're working against like the clock. What is the deadline for your alt tags entry?
So the original idea was to have the deadline somewhere mid-December.
Yeah.
And they longed the deadline until tomorrow, and so the end of December.
Yeah.
And the problem is that I am a busy man.
Yes.
And with family and kids and New Year's rolling up, there's hardly the time I would love to spend on things.
Yeah.
So my deadline is basically get the stuff done tonight, because tomorrow I won't have any time.
Yeah.
To finish.
What?
So that's why it's working against the clock for me.
Oh, okay.
Because my time frame is tonight.
And how's it going on your side? What are you doing there?
Say what?
What are you putting on that plastic thing?
Nivea.
Oh.
Spraying out green.
Yeah, explain what you're doing.
I have a nice mix of green stuff and epoxy sculpt, which when I sculpt, I have different mixtures next to each other, like older and newer ones, and I'm mixing them back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because for example, for the tubes I just made, you need older green stuff, because if it's still fresh and sticky, it will stick to the thing, and if it's older, it's easier to roll out.
You mean like it's been curing for longer? Like you've already mixed it like an hour ago or something, and then...
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have some epoxy sculpt here, and what I love about the epoxy sculpt green stuff mix is, and I don't know, you can probably not see it, but if you not cut it in a straight line, but if you tear it, it looks more like torn cloth.
Yes.
So I want to sculpt a hood. That's why I'm using the mix of green stuff and epoxy sculpt. So I have rough torn edges.
Yep.
And I have smeared some Nivea on the lid, on the plastic lid, because it's an even plastic surface I'm just having here.
Yeah.
You could use everything that's not, not sticky. Yeah, I applied the Nivea to sort of make it, not sticky to the surface. And now
And then
I
you're
peeled
gonna.
it off.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you
Nice.
can lay the like fabric or the green stuff that's going to be the fabric on it, and then get a flat surface, and then flatten it out, and then peel it off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. And another magic. Sorry, need to take the sculpting tool out of my face. Another cool thing with green stuff is that you can use it with super glue quite well. Because if you want to tear the green stuff in places, what I do is I use a little piece of wire, put some super glue on the end.
Yeah.
Then basically glue the end to the green stuff I want to shape, and pull it where I want it to go.
Wait, you glue a wire to wet green stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I pull the wet green stuff where I want it to go.
Oh, sorry, just got a message from Symbio Joe. Ask Hydra about the long wire tool and what he does with it, please. I think he's doing just that now. Yeah, he seems to be.
I'm using green stuff as long as it's soft.
Yeah.
And I dip the long wire piece into super glue, so I can glue the green stuff on certain places onto the model, so I can stretch it around those areas.
But how long does it take the super glue to dry?
It's super glue.
Yeah, but like that. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, I've never done this. This is interesting. I like this.
Yeah.
Can you see why I learned everything I know about sculpting from Hydra? He's got crazy shit like super glue wires.
I can certainly see that. Yeah, he seems quite the knowledgeable individual. I should probably read some more comments, shouldn't I? Okay, let's see. So, discussion about green stuff welds and their shittiness. It's Necron.
I feel like Palpatine here. Yes, lead into your hatred.
Ironic. But yeah, it's Necron Nick, your boy.
Oh, Necron Nick, my boy! Welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
But also green stuff welded as sketchy as anything. David Hills, I just use your Welsh epoxy sculpt dealer. I think they carry all the different types now.
Oh, nice! My Welsh boy. I'm glad he's still around. He's treated me well.
Yeah.
I feel like I should tell people to start telling him that Mr. Pink sent them, and he'll be like, who the fuck is this Mr. Pink guy?
Yes. Kajan says, laws favouring those in power. Big think face.
What?
Oh, yeah, I think he was talking about the copyright law discussion.
Oh.
The rights for individual IPs like Mickey they are lobbying for, but their old stories like the Grimm fairy tales they can't do it to, as those stories are now public domain, says Flynn Hammer, but yeah. Symbio Joe, Marty, we have to go back in time and stop 2020 from happening.
That was the 1969 reference, I think. The fact that this call is happening in 1969, apparently.
Yeah. I am slightly concerned about the fact that we've gone back in time to like just after the release date of Captain Beefheart's Trout Mask replica.
What? Bless you, huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, a slight tangent. No, I was just it's a particularly interesting album by a particularly interesting band called Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. It's called Trout Mask Replica, and it roughly sounds like someone took the band and pushed them down the stairs.
Wow. And this is in the 69?
Well, it came in 68, I think. But
wow. Amazing.
But yeah, I think it was, I can't remember if it was 68 or 69 now. I can't remember.
That's a deep cut, man.
Late 60s, anyway. But in any event,
Oh, one thing I wanted
Yeah.
to highlight, as Hydra is using super glue and epoxy putty at the same time. Hydra, what warning would you give to people about using green stuff and super glue at the same time?
Don't use your rubber tooltip on that mix.
Silicone
Because,
shaper, yeah.
Mr. Pink has destroyed way too many rubber tooltips that way.
Indeed. Don't use, be very careful using a silicone shaper like this around super glue, because if this touches the super glue, it's ruined. You're going to have a permanently hard patch on your silicone shaper from the super glue. I've done it, like he said, too many times, and every time I do, I'm like, Simon, guess what I did again? Could you please send me another one of your special German can't get them anywhere else silicone shapers, please?
I can't. You'll have to excuse me, Hydra. I'm about to murder your native language. Der Deutschen Marine, off topic, but is any one of you guys into metal? Well, I would. No, I was about to make a terrible joke about metal miniatures, but it's failed.
It would have been good.
Should have gone there, man.
Yeah, I was going to, but then my brain just decided, no, I'm not going to work today. I consider myself into schwer metal, says Symbio Joe, and once again, Hydra, I sincerely apologise for my mangling of your mother tongue. I'm just...
I do it all the time, man. I never apologize. Don't worry.
Yeah. David Hills, nothing worse than a hard, crusty tip.
Oh, David. Is that another company down the street from you? Alongside, what is it? Erection, whatever, Climax Erection Company?
Yeah, I feel quite physically unwell from that joke. Symbio joke. Yeah. Oh God.
Wait, what was I gonna say? God, I had something for Hydra and I can't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, yeah. Earlier, I think Kajan said that I didn't know Schnitzler just means one who cuts.
Oh, well, there we go.
It's a mix of words.
Yeah.
Well, our family chat is called the Cutlets.
Oh, okay. So schnitzel literally means cutlet?
No, schnitzel, I think, is the cutlet. And yeah, my lovely wife just reminded me that it wasn't a chat with a whole family. It's just
the kids,
my brothers and my mother, who refuses to have any of our lovely women on that chat.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say your mom's name. I was about to say her name.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh no, Frau Schnitzler.
My mother. Yeah, now the internet knows.
Hey,
See,
buddy,
the
just the other day, my dad was threatening to lick a plate, and I said, "Let me tell you a story about that."
I'm very confused.
It's okay. These are the inside jokes.
Oh,
yeah.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
It's about my mother who. Yeah.
Oh God. Sorry, just sorry, no, I'm sorry. That was really bad timing. I just a comment in the section. David Hills, climax scaffolding, satisfactory erection every time.
There we go. I love it. He sent me a picture. It's legit.
Oh my God, that's a real company.
So I thought dry crusty tip might be another business down the street from Climax Scaffolding.
I sincerely hope not. That sounds like Slanesh and Nurgle got a bit too.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Nice.
Slanesh, you said Simon's favorite word.
Oh?
Say what?
I said, when you said Slanesh, you said Hydra's favorite word. He's all about the Slanesh.
I see, yeah.
Okay.
Well, topic change, says Symbio Joe.
Simon, what are you saying?
I apparently have made up good speed because the lady is almost done Well, there's not much lady left. I just need to sculpt the baby on the back.
She's gonna have a baby on her
And,
back? You didn't explain this. What the plan was.
The plan is that as peasants, well, since we have kids, like 2 now,
Yeah.
we sometimes stand there in awe of how humanity had survived so far.
Yeah.
And we sometimes feel that if, like, kids, there are kids and there always have been kids, and we sometimes wonder how they survived, like, the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
And sometimes when our kids, like, really get to our nerves, we try to remind ourselves that there were women throughout the human history
Yeah.
who gave birth and worked on the fields and didn't have much of a couple of days of break in between.
Yeah.
And so we try to remember that whenever we feel like worn out and tired and whatnot, we try to keep in mind what women have accomplished in those dark ages. And so we always think that they must have just tied those children to their backs
Yeah.
and carried them around while they were working on the fields.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I'm aiming here for. Like this woman is working on the field with her kid tied to the back.
Yeah.
But since this is the grimdark future and it's a very inhospitable place,
Yeah.
the kid needs to wear a gas mask.
Yeah. Hey man, maybe it's COVID. You don't know.
Maybe. Also, David Hills. It's a UK game, Peter. Find the most inappropriate company names you can, take a photo, then send to Mr. Pink for his amusement. Like Fatso's Filling Station, which is a sandwich company.
Amazing.
I went to Norwich not too long ago, which is my local city. Oh, I probably shouldn't have given that information out on the internet.
Oh my god, doxed! You've been doxed.
I've doxed myself. I've doxed the fact that I live relatively nearby to a particular well-known city. But anyway, and I did see a restaurant called Abracababra.
I like it.
Yeah. There used to be a handyman near my old work whose name was Mike Hunt as well. He's retired now, though, says David Hills.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Symbio Joe says Planet Krieg civilians? Quite possibly so.
Oh, there you go. Maybe. Hydra, what do you think?
Say again?
What do you think about them being from the planet Krieg? Your civilians.
Well, that's I want to leave that open on purpose because I've posted on Instagram before the weird robotic thing watching over them.
Yeah.
And I'm using the hashtag for Dark Mechanicum and Adeptus Mechanicum.
Yeah.
Because what's the difference?
Right.
Actually, one thing that's just occurred to me, Hydra, is I don't know if I can send you pictures via this via Discord or whatever, but what you could do for the baby maybe is in World War II there were like full body respirator gas masks for babies.
What?
Let me post this. I can't post it on YouTube, obviously, so that everyone else can see it. But I'll just post it in the group. Oh, files are too. Hang on a second. Just Discord's image limit playing up. But this was something that Britain came up with as a means for. This is obviously a doll in here, not an actual baby. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, like you could potentially take inspiration from this for. Yeah.
What I was, of course, that's perfect because what I was aiming for is the look of a just a bunch of what is it called, the nativity scene?
Nativity. The Jesus.
Yeah. So baby Jesus is most of the times just a big bunch of wrapped linen and the head poking out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and I want to do basically that. Just there's no head poking out. Just there's this little gas mask poking out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. And what's this? Tom Wilson, not dirty, but I know a few businesses with pun names. A Chinese restaurant called Hard Wok Cafe, and a window cleaning company called Mr. Bit.
Mr. Bit?
Oh, yeah. Oh God, I'm slow.
It's Mr. Bit?
Mr. Bit. Oh God,
Okay,
that's
okay,
terrible.
Peter, you gotta... Okay, so we do this pub quiz thing, and, like, pub quizzes are big in the UK, but they're not big in North America. But we got onto a UK pub quiz, and they do this section where they give you pictures. It's like one of those puzzles where it's a bunch of pictures, and by saying, like, the words for the pictures, you say a name or something. You know what I mean?
The things you mean, yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is whenever we do it, we have to do it in, like, a crazy Cockney English accent, because it doesn't work with a Canadian accent. Like, the clues, it's like, what is that supposed to be? It's like, oh, it's supposed to be Mufasa or something like that instead of Mufasa. I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So
Accents
Mr.
can
Bit
be-
made me think about it because I feel like Mr. Bit works much better in England English than in North American English.
Yeah. Kajan, by the way, says that he doesn't think that Planet Krieg has civilians. They just do the military, which I think is true. They and the sadly fallen Cadia, I think, were exclusively militarized populations, but I could be wrong.
Cadia had it coming, hanging out so close to the Black Gate or whatever the heck it is.
The Cadian Gate.
Cadian
yeah,
Gate.
they right in the Eye of Terror. Yeah.
Right in the Eye of Terror.
No, of all the places you could put your planet, why would you put one there?
Hey, maybe they were there before the Eye of Terror was cool.
Yeah, it's true. But that's why you don't leave your gate open. Nicholas says you can do an amazing British accent, Mr. Pink.
I try. Don't encourage me. Is this Necron Nick?
This is
pretty
Necron.
good at German as well.
No, it changes and becomes French if I do it for too long. The German accent, I can't sustain it.
The only
that's
accent, the only accent I can do at all is a very bad attempt at Russian.
Hey, I've heard some British people do amazing American accents. Like, it blows my mind when they do it.
Right. I'm not going to try and do it because.
Okay. Russian is
my
challenging.
accent-
That's good.
Well, it's not a good Russian accent. It's just a
Passable.
No. It's a cartoony Russian accent, like by Trotsky's ice pick. This accent is absolutely terrible.
He's good. I like it. He's good.
Oh,
Good.
thank you.
I have some Estonian in my background. We're all about making fun of the Russians.
Okay, fair enough. To be fair, I think everyone should be for making fun of everyone else. But anyway,
That's right.
back to miniatures. Krieg was always boring.
Not if
Pretty
you're
sure
like a
I-
crazy Nazi guy. I feel like all the crazy neo Warhammer Nazis love Krieg. Isn't that isn't Krieg like the whistle call for like people who don't like diversity in 40K? Thought this
Well,
was a
here's
thing.
the irony with here's the real irony with people that are like into Nazi stuff and into Krieg, because Krieg, the uniforms, they're based on World War I French greatcoats. There's nothing aside from
Yes,
yeah.
and that's so hilarious.
So anyone that's thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to collect the Nazi regiment, they're collecting the wrong bloody regiment anyway.
They're Nazis. They're not very smart, you know?
Well, it's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's political extremist for you. I mean,
Sorry, we probably shouldn't
Yeah.
be talking about this.
Hmm?
I think my
Probably shouldn't
stream
be
just got
talking about-
reported for mentioning the N-word, but whatever.
yeah.
Better
No,
that N-word than any other. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, all I'll say about it is I find sort of like real-world despotism-based Warhammer stuff really distasteful. Be it
Yeah.
Soviet, Nazi, whatever. It's like, no, just don't.
Well, there's one guy who did like a Gene Stealer cult for Soviets, and I felt like that was pretty good.
Yeah. See, the thing I feel about it. I mean, I have some very strong views on the Soviets. Namely, I think they were not very nice people, and I do find it rather disturbing how a lot of what they did has been kind of like swept under the rug.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
But I think if you're basing some elements of a be it an Imperial Guard or Gene Stealer cult or whatever force or Traitor Guard force or whatever on an existing historical faction, but you're doing it with enough like respect and common sense that it's not just like, hey, the Nazis were cool, except no, they totally weren't. I'm just slightly endorsing that. Or hey, remember those communists? Remember how evil they were? Well, I'm going to silently endorse them via my my army. Then that's one thing. I think taking some aesthetic inspiration from things is different. When it is just straight up, yeah, these are Nazi or KGB, Imperial Guard in all but name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it goes a bit awry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes,
we'll be back in a sec.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Where's Boba?
Oh,
Where's Boba?
yeah.
There's
Boba?
Boba.
Yes.
There's the boy. Did he leave his
Yeah.
super glue uncapped? I can't really tell. What's going on in the comments? Is there any...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Kajan says, as German, I find people take the whole National Socialist way too lightly. People scream the other way, N-word way too easily. Tom Wilson says, I love the look of Krieg. I'm not a Nazi. The thing that puts me off is the price tag.
Yeah.
Understandable. Those things are bloody expensive.
Yeah. I wish Games Workshop would just release plastic greatcoats because, like, I feel like they could just like print a lot of money from those miniatures.
Yeah. Oh, Blitz Mechanicus online. Hello,
Hey,
Blitz Mechanica.
Blitz.
Mark says Bolt Action is the best tabletop game. Nicholas says it's why I take inspiration from ancient history. Gotta love ancient Mesopotamia.
There you go. Safe.
Safe. Yeah. That's oh wait, sorry, it's just taking a while to load. I feel like you can call someone on being a Nazi because it's them making a choice instead of calling someone the N-word for being born a certain color.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. What I wouldn't agree is the kind of like the you disagree with me, therefore I'm going to call you a Nazi.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool.
That's not cool at all.
Yes,
Boba's gone. Yay.
Hello. Boba's.
Bye, Boba.
Bye, Boba. Yeah. Although he's just shown up for me, so I don't know if there's a weird delay going on. But
Speaking of Boba, has everyone caught up on Mandalorian? Is everyone watching that? I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just wondering. What?
No spoilers.
I guess I shouldn't even mention it because I can't control what people are going to post, and people could easily post spoilers. Please don't post spoilers for The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Also, you've got a comment that needs
Oh,
checking.
thanks. I mean, based off of some dude starts painting Oh, it's because he said swastika.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to remember that all GW has its feet firmly placed in satire, so there's always going to be real-world influences. That is true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
But people forget that.
Yeah. Well, the big problem, and this is something...
Do you guys remember the orc glyph swastika?
What?
The what?
There was an orc swastika?
Yeah, when I have a white dwarf from 1983.
Yeah.
And the orcs were basically the
they
like
were
the
stormtroopers,
Germans.
weren't they, or something?
A what?
Weren't they like SS stormtroopers or something like that? The orcs when they started.
Yeah. And there's a orc glyph that made it into the second edition codex. That looks like a mill, like a windmill.
Yeah.
Which is basically well, they didn't want to print the swastika, so they changed it into the mill, but it's still there.
Oh, weird.
Oh, blimey.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's funny. There is something quite funny about the early edition orcs being a weird combination of like National Socialist Germany and football hooligans.
But wasn't it also like national whatever? Because like, isn't Thraka's name inspired by Margaret Thatcher? I learned that recently.
I've heard that before. I'm not sure how true it is. That sounds a little bit like tenuous to me.
I thought it came from a Games Workshop source that they like confirmed that that was the inspiration for his name, but
it might be. I don't know. But I could be wrong.
Well, when you look at the early days of Warhammer 40k, it was all a joke at all.
It's all punk.
After all.
Well, that's the thing. Well, this is the thing, and this is something that really annoys me about the 40k community. I say the 40k community, corners of the 40k
the crappy
community
parts?
is they forget how silly 40k used to be. Like, I think people have got into their heads that that 40k has always been like the grimmest, darkest days of 3rd and 4th edition, when everything was just completely no fun allowed.
Yeah.
And anything that pays homage to the sillier, goofier days of 40k is like, oh no, they're ruining 40k forever. They've turned it into a silly kids game. It's like, it's always been
a silly kids game. You were a child once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm all for being open to fun and not being too serious about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm probably going to get booted from the stream for saying this, but I never hated, you know that ludicrous Lord of Skulls thing they released? The big corn idol on a bulldozer?
That was amazing! People have used that to make, like, some really sick titans. Like Chaos Knights.
Exactly, and the thing is, that was basically a modern 28mm upscale of an old, the Lord of Battles, an old epic scale corn war machine.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool to see, like, one of those goofy but fun things made.
And they made it,
modern
I don't know, like, call me a shitty Warhammer dude, but I don't think it looked goofy.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was cool as hell.
It was pretty badass.
I mean, very, very silly, but in the right way, because, well, it's 40k. Of course it's going to be slightly silly.
Well, I wouldn't even think... I didn't even see that as silly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hang on a second. I mean, there is something to be said about the fact that it is literally covered in skulls and has...
Well, welcome to Warhammer 40,000.
Well, there is that, yeah.
As Simon said, it needs to have skulls and pipes on it.
Well, exactly, yeah. Also, I've just seen a really cool conversion someone did using the base for the Onager Dune Crawler on the Lord of Skulls.
Nice. Didn't think of that one.
I should probably check the comments again. So, something about Star Wars, which I've never... some people threw their hands in the air about any new release. I've heard that Primaris were going to Fortnite 40k, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Oh, make it, like, fun and weird or something? I don't know.
Something like that. Tom Wilson, orcs have a loose link to the upper class of 70s Britain, and it's where knobs come from, aka nobles.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Skulls are the wood of the 41st millennium, says
Perfect.
The difference is you can't... Yeah.
No trees. Plenty of skulls, though.
Yeah. Can't coppice skulls, admittedly, but...
well, it's like Eldar uses Wraithbone. This is just 40...
It's true.
This is just human Wraithbone. Skullbone.
It's true. It's just skulls don't grow back.
They do if you breed enough people.
It's true. My God, that got dark quickly.
Welcome to the 41st millennium.
Indeed. In the grim darkness of the far future, there are only skulls. And occasionally war, but mainly skulls.
I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to sculpt. I'm laughing too much.
Get to work!
No.
Slacker.
Yes, back to work you get.
There you go. It's a little bit of inspiration. So I'm not doing much sculpting, but I'm doing some hacking and slashing. So these armor plates on the back, they were very squared off because it's where I had cut down the middle of the original hair duel. But now I've been messing with it to try and make it more... Actually, I'm going to try something. One sec. Let's see if this is better.
More rounded, I suppose.
Oh, that looks a little better. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make them like part of this... I'm obsessed with psychic amplifiers, psychic antennas, psychic cradles. So I'm trying to make them part of the psychic cradle thing for the rider on the back.
Yeah, you could shape them a bit like, the shoulder pads on the Tyrant Guard, so they've got a little, like, crescent pattern in the middle, almost.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do that, like, crescent pattern. And I don't know, it's working for me. I'm liking it. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Because before they were
Yeah.
just kind of, like, squared and they looked boring. But
Yeah,
now they're
but
slightly less squared, but they look a lot more interesting to me.
yeah, it's very subtle, but it's definitely there. I like it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Speaking of the Hyrule, I know we've discussed this many times before, I think, but there is something to be said. I really wish we would get a plastic or even an updated resin Hyrule, because the current one, like, I don't think it looks bad, but it looks so out of place next to the modern Tyranid range.
I call it the angry chicken.
Yeah. Yes, I remember you saying about that, about it being the angry chicken. But yeah, the things that get me are there's the shape and patterning of the carapace plates. It's very third edition, I think. I do quite like the striations sculpted on, but
Yeah.
but I'm talking strictly about the stock model, not yours, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's something about the shape of the plates on the stock Hyrule looks a bit, well, just out of place, I suppose. Also, the vents, instead of vents, it just has straight up spines.
What was
which
that,
isn't
Hydra?
quite right.
Well, what I know about that model is that it was made by the fabulous Simon Egan, and I had a long chat with Simon about his how he approached Tyranids and everything.
Yeah.
And the reason why his Tyranids look so different from the rest of the range is that he comes from toy sculpting, and the traditional way of toy sculpting happens in wax rather than so it's subtractive sculpting rather
Yes.
than an editing sculpting as we do with
Additive.
green stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why he has all those textures on the plates, and that's why they curve so different than
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, it was sculpted in an entirely different way to the regular miniatures.
Yep.
Nice.
I found that insight very very helpful to view the Tyranid range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like I say, I actually, even though it looks very strange next to modern Tyranid models, I do like the angry chicken.
Yeah.
I actually quite like it quite a bit, but I really wish we would get a new one, just so that we have, like, it's quite as everything else, just so we have a modernized Lord of War that we can use in our armies.
Yeah.
I mean, like you, I'm not big into the gaming side of it, but I don't know, it would be nice to have, like, a proper, like, knight class centerpiece model for the...
Yeah. I don't want it to play games. I just want it to make some more crazy Tyranids out of.
Well, exactly, that too, yeah. I will say I almost want to paint one up, although I tell you the one thing, I think I talked about this before, but the one biggest beef I have with the Hyrule model is actually the tail. It looks It looks like like one of the capillary towers, actually.
Yeah,
and those
sport chimney
capillary
just shoved on the back of it. Oh no, yeah, capillary tower. Yeah.
Yeah. The capillary tower models are really nice sculpts, but they don't work as tails.
No. You're right.
Yeah.
No.
It's too stiff.
It is. It's too stiff and it's too spiky and knobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you turn it around, it has the most lovely texture underneath.
Yes, it does. It's a very nice texture, but again, it doesn't quite fit in with the smoother designs of the new ones. The
There we
one
go.
Forge Well Tyranid I would say has aged well is also annoyingly the one that's not on sale anymore, and that's the Forge Well Trigon. I love that sculpt.
Yeah. Well, because they made a plastic Trigon, and all of a sudden everything's fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, the plastic Trigon is a gorgeous model and all, but there is something to be said for the Forge Well one.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
You never have a frag grenade when you need one.
What? You need a grenade?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's the tail.
Yeah.
It's a very nicely sculpted piece. It's just it doesn't look like a modern Tyranid piece.
No.
Though you could always use it as a capillary tower, I suppose.
True. And I hacked it off this guy, so maybe I'll use it for that.
Yeah, but yeah, it is a. I do like the little pits and scars on the carapace plates. Actually, that's a very nice touch that Egan put on there.
I remember, I think when I did the my second dominatrix that I did for Moloch, when I sent it through to him, I tried to replicate like the pox and the scarring and all that stuff because it was based on that model, and in the parts that I sculpted, I tried to replicate that. And I remember Marco would work on his models with his wife, and she'd like help with the painting and all that stuff. And I remember her like cursing me when she got that model. She's like, "What the hell am I supposed to do with this?" Because like a standard Tyranid plate, you can just like paint in the striations, and then you can just put them wherever you want, and you can put as many or as few as you want. But when you get the pre-striated armor plates, it's like you have to, if you're gonna put like highlight striations, you have to highlight all the little tiny ones that are there.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm gonna go blind trying to do this, you asshole." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, buddy."
Oh dear. Yeah.
She was a very nice lady, so it wasn't like that, but
No.
But yeah, she was a little pissed.
Speaking of which, you'll probably be pleased to know that if you Google images Tyranid Dominatrix, most images, especially on the early pages, are actually of your models.
Woo! Me and Hydra?
Yeah, yours and Hydra's.
Good.
Say again?
In fact, I was saying, if you Google Tyranid Dominatrix on Google Images, most of the results, especially on the first pages, are actually of the ones that that Mr. Pink sculpted. And oh my God, is this I think this is a fan made.
Hydra should be there too, because his was the first, and when there was those guys who released like a fan Tyranid codex, and they used his model as the image of a dominatrix.
Yes, that's exactly what they've done. I've just seen that. The first image on the first result is actually the second one, the one that Moloch painted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've said this before, but I cannot even begin to emphasize how much of an inspiration your creations have been to me, at least, with and hopefully many other people with the with getting into kit bashing Tyranids and the like. Because
thank you.
Yeah,
I
both.
that.
Thank you, but yeah, the both of you, you've both been absolute inspiration. There's no way I would have been sort of like as into the idea of, if I combine this piece with that piece, I can make something new without having seen on the Warp Shadow days of your. But yeah, anyway, I should probably check.
Well, that's good because we need more interesting Tyranids, so we're always happy to get that going.
Yeah. I do those weird crystal trees or people bushes from Annihilation as antennae, like gene imprinted psychers forced to work for the High Fleet, says Necron Nick.
Whoa, Necron Nick, you're going deep, buddy.
Yeah. Do those weird crystal trees.
I know what he's talking about, because Annihilation is pretty awesome.
Right, okay. Anyone hoping that Old World would come sooner or the information be more than basically just maps?
No, I don't care. Never have.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough. Yeah. The Troll Trader has Forge World Trigons for sale for a very good price, and shipping is very affordable.
Interesting. Troll Trader.
Yeah.
I've not heard of Troll Trader.
I've heard of them, but I've never used them. Tom Wilson, I don't so much wish for updated models, I prefer new units. Tyranids must be one of the most underrepresented models.
Oh, wait a second. Was that Flynnhammer that said Troll Trader? Because I lie. He told me about Troll Trader.
Yeah, that was Flynnhammer.
Okay, yeah, he's a big proponent of Troll Trader.
Yeah. Symbio Joe, my big hope is a Catacon versus Tyranids box, like the Indomitus box. That would be so cool.
People talked about that. That sounds amazing. I would be so shocked if it happened. But that would be amazing.
That would be. If that did happen, that would be awesome. I'd absolutely. In fact, I don't generally buy the box sets because I have too many models as is.
Yeah.
But I would definitely buy a Catacon versus Tyranids
Well,
box
I
set.
think the basis for that rumor was that. Yeah, go for it, Hydra.
sorry to interrupt, but isn't that an interesting thought? I had that as well, quite often recently. Like seeing a model and being like, oh, that's nice and shiny and new, but I have enough models already, and then I go to the other online store and buy Star Wars models.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean there.
But the idea of the like catechins versus Tyranids, I think that idea rumor was coming from the Ripper Jackson model and the fact that she's standing on something that look. Oh wait, was it her? Yeah, she's standing on something that looks like a lictor, or like some kind of Tyranid creature smashed.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't think it'll ever happen, but one thing I would love to see is like from Forge World or from Mainline Games Workshop is some kind of plastic or resin fat matter representation of the Catacomb Devil, the big centipede thing that's supposed to be descended from the Tyranids.
Have you seen Flynnhammers? He just did one.
I think let me take a look. I might have done, but my memory is shocking at the moment, so let me take a look on Instagram right now. And
yeah, it was his big project for Nidvember. He made a huge Catacomb Devil.
Let me take a look on my
Sure.
Do excuse me. Following. Oh my goodness, I have 41 followers now. That's quite impressive considering.
Bingo.
Where's Flynnhammer? Here we go. Flynnhammer. Let's see. We've got just seen that rather nice metal zoanthrope he's converted into a neurothrope with a piece of Trigon carapace.
You might have to go back a bit. He's very productive.
Yes, I've noticed. That's my god, that is a lot of models. I wish I was as productive. Dimacaron, some Age of Six. Oh no, it's a Space Marine.
Sorry, I just vomited.
Because you heard Dimacaron.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It might be a converted Dimacaron. It might be okay. Why do I keep getting booted?
Right behind you to shock you with its ugliness.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I can't seem to find it at the moment, but I think it's a way back, this Catacomb Devil, so I'll have to.
So it was like
I'll have to look it up.
End of November, beginning of December. I think he posted it, but.
Hang on, let's see. It doesn't seem to say the date. I might be being stupid. I'll look it up later anyway.
Sure.
Actually, no, I'll look it up later. It's fine. Let's check the comments. You can't Google anything Tyranid without your stuff showing up. That's Blitz Mechanica.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
stuff
pretty cool.
Showing up?
Mr. Pink's, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is nice.
He overtook us all.
Well, I just kept going, buddy. You crested before like all this social media crap, and then you were like, "Okay, I'm done." Don't worry. Once you get that ugly lady in your hands and you have a crack at redoing her, I'm sure that'll be showing up instead of the other garbage.
Okay, I'm at a very tough point right now.
Yeah.
Because, I have the lady almost done, which would dip me into the final phase of my work here.
The kids?
But I am fucking aching for this one bit, for this one piece, the stupid shovel thing, and I, for the sake of me, cannot find my zombie kit.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. Oh, hang on. Is this another manufacturer? Because I was about to say or is this the Games Workshop zombies you're talking about?
No, they don't have a shovel.
No,
this is something else.
What I'm using here is from Fireforge Games. They're called.
Never heard of
yes. Let me Google this.
And Fireforge Games are having a range Well, if you look at the sculpts, they're cool. They're okay. They're not magnificent as Games Workshop would be, but you know, who cares?
Yeah.
But they're still better. They're still better than the current
Zombies.
Games Workshop zombies. That's for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they lack a lot of detail, which I really like. I think that's not that's a benefit.
Yeah.
Because after having turned from Games Workshop models, I came to love the cleanness of models. Because if you have to paint all the bullshit, it takes ages, and if all the bullshit is suddenly gone, painting goes fuck.
Quickly.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so much more quickly, and suddenly you can paint models like, you know, quickly.
Yeah.
And what I really like about those sculpts is they are pretty plain, and for that plainness, they are so easy to use for all kinds of things, because I have built all kinds of stuff onto those rather blank torsos.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and I really find that liberating at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, it reminds me because one of my other projects I do, one of my many other projects I do, is actually the Age of Sigmar goblins, and
Yep.
and the basic night goblins, or whatever they're called now, I can't remember, but the basic chaff, the cannon fodder anyway, they're actually pretty simple to paint, because they're literally just like, obviously the green skin, the hoods, the rope, and then the weapons, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like there's not that many fiddly details on them. And to be fair, even the modern designs they've done for them aren't too overdone in terms of like extra little fiddly details on them.
Well, they're so small.
Yeah, but I do feel like Games Workshop, as much as I like their sculpts, I do feel like do sometimes go a bit overboard on the let's see if we can cram in one more little greeble here thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they since they evolved in their 3D technology so much, they or using the 3D technology, so they sculpt some parts of their models are sculpted by hand, and some on the computer, and
they're all sculpted on the computer. There's no more hand sculpting.
No more.
No, Jess said that what did he say? He said the Harlequin Solitaire was the last hand sculpted model.
Oh shit.
Or it was either it was one of the last, or it was the last. And if it wasn't that, then it was the original Mechanicus. Fuck, what's he called? Is he called a Dominus or something? The one that he's like
Dominus.
The one that's hunched over and has his cloak like kind of swirling forward.
Yes, that's the Dominus.
Yeah, so that either that or the Solitaire was the last hand sculpted model. Everything else is 100% digital now.
Yeah. Oh, Soiken Marine says, "All right, gotta leave now. Bye, guys."
Who's that?
So, goodbye.
Soiken.
I can't pronounce the name.
I think that might be crafting troll / used to be Mork and Gork, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Anyway.
Have a good night.
Thanks for joining. Have a good night.
Yep. But yeah, they do go a bit overboard with details, and like I say, I like their sculpts a lot, but sometimes they really need to rein in we can put one more little detail here on like every single unit chaff model.
Yep.
I wonder if that's like to make them easier to paint, because there's no big empty spaces.
Yeah, of course.
You say that. See, you could say that. On the other hand, you could argue it from the other perspective, that by having more details that need separate colors, they can sell more paints.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that could be me getting my tinfoil hat on, to be fair. But
that's fine. This is all tinfoil hat.
But yeah, it's
well,
a possibility.
I've worked for Games Workshop. If there's one thing that's for sure, it's the company, and company companies are not there for welfare. They're there to make money, and if you can make money with it, they will do it.
Yep.
It's true. It's true. Oh, and apparently Marine means Plague Marine in German.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, well, I did not know that, but thank you, Kajan. I did not know that. Yeah. Reminds me, I need to, once I've got my modelling stuff set up in my new flat, I need to, because I have actually moved a while ago now, but
Yeah.
I've just been swamped with tasks I needed to do to get it ready. But once I've got my modelling flat set up, I need to, not modelling flat.
Modeling flat, fancy. I like it.
Modeling
Yeah.
flat sounds awesome.
That's the goal. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm kind of in my modeling flat right now. It's like our garage.
Yeah. But yeah, once I've got my modelling space set up in my flat, is what I meant to say. I need to, because what I want to do, I've said this before, is I want to do those that little Sister Battle kill team.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned before the idea of the doing some alternate inspirations for Sister Battle aesthetic theming,
Yes.
and potentially doing them with a vaguely Southeast Asian theming. So one idea I did have, it would be a nightmare to paint, but I think it would look spectacular when it's done, is if you look a lot of say Filipino traditional textiles, they've got some really interesting patterns on them.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if you did those on, Sister Battle, they have the sleeves and the robes and whatnot.
Yes.
If you did those on that, they'd look really, really good, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. And, yeah.
But not too busy?
But not too busy, I don't think. It depends, because obviously there's a lot of variation between the different patterns.
Yeah.
But I think if I was restrained, I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to pick one of the overly complicated ones anyway, because painting that sort of pattern at that scale could be nightmarish enough as is.
Yeah. Can you message me on Instagram or here on Discord, just like an example of one of these patterns or something? I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
not right
sure,
now. You don't have to do it right now. You can do it later, but...
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've got Google Images up, so I might as well.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to
let's
look
see.
at it right now, though, is what I'm saying.
No, but I will just send you the
Cool, thanks.
thing anyway. But but yeah, no, I definitely will. Some of them are more complicated than others. It's finding the ones that are less complicated, I suppose, is the thing. I'll just... I know you said you won't look at it right now, but I'll just copy and paste it in there just so I don't forget.
Yeah, thanks.
This is one of the less complicated ones I could find. But I'll just post another one because...
Okay.
Why?
I have a Tyrannid question for people.
Oh, go on.
So we got Mr. Zonethrope. Hydra, you paying attention?
He's away from keyboard.
No, he isn't.
Oh, I'm back.
There's no boba.
I'm back.
Okay, so important question. The Zonethrope is going on the back of the Dom, right? And the whole setup for the back is meant to be this like central channel down the gun. And it's kind of like the gun is the secondary weapon. The primary weapon is the warp blast from the Zonethrope. So I wanted to line his face up so he looks down that central channel, kind of like the channel is like focusing his psychic powers.
Okay.
Question I have, the top of his carapace. Should I leave the top of his carapace with that ridge there? Or should I put a central channel down the middle of the carapace? So it's like the warp blast manifests here above his head and then goes down the carapace and then out the channel. What do you think? And everybody in the chat, Tyrannid people, help me out.
You go first, Hydra.
I have not the ability to see what you're talking about.
Oh, you're not. Oh, it's slow, or?
No, because my I turned off the YouTube because the upload got
Gotcha.
made bad quality, and but what I think is the answer. Well, no, a train of thought here is that with like the warp blast is something you are not seeing on the model, but you have to find a way to make it visible. Otherwise, it is just like, oh yeah, here. I can do warp blast and no one sees. So that's something that has bothered me with the zone throw, because no one actually sees the ability they have. So if you have a way to make the effect that the warp blast has seeable on the model, go for that road.
The only, like, it's not going to be like a ball of energy, but it's more going to be like a psychic barrel that they fire the warp blast from.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a few comments here. Kajan says leave the ridge. Symbio Joe says make an Eye of Sauron on his head.
Always.
And Flynn Hammer says keep the ridge. The blast will be more focused between the eyes for when I think of warp blasts.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you did do some kind of like conversion or adjustment to the carapace of the Zoanthrope's head, what might work is kind of like a very needle-like pointy horn, almost acting as like a focusing vein for the
Oh, okay, interesting. That's a good point.
Yeah, so either that or the eye idea that that Symbio Joe had, but some kind of like, I don't think a ridge down, like a channel down the carapace of the head is a good idea. I think that would look like it's for something else to run down.
Yeah.
But I think something on the forehead would be interesting. Like I say, either like a bony protrusion that acts like a sort of focusing needle, or as Symbio Joe said, an eye, or something like that to make it look like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you turn on your Google Hangout?
Oh yeah, probably. Hold on.
This is where it all goes wrong.
Yeah, this is where it all breaks.
Words.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
So, if you look down the gun barrel, there's like this channel that's running down it, and then I'm kind of, and it kind of curves in. And I'm kind of trying to replicate that in these back carapace plates, how they're kind of like cut to be curved. And then he's going to sit right there. And I was thinking, like, because he lines up with the barrel, and he fires down that curved channel in the middle, and all the other curved plates around him are like to help focus his energy. God, this is all reversed. Sorry. So what I was wondering is, do I put a curved channel along the top of his carapace? Or do I leave this like this? I think now I'm starting to like the idea of the horn focusing thing.
Bitte? Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, now, sorry. Now I am back. So it's curving around. I see that.
So the question is, do I put a curved channel like that on the head of the Zoanthrope, where that central peak is on his head carapace?
Huh. Do you plan on connecting the face somehow to that area?
You mean to the thing on his carapace? Connecting the face to what?
Yeah. Connecting the face to, from the Zoanthrope to the back of the head of the gun.
Oh no, it's not going to be connected. So he's just going to be like there, with his face like looking down the channel. I might do some like curving spikes like around his face. Maybe that's more the focusing thing.
Okay. So the question is if you want to mimic those channels
along his head.
Yeah, well, basically I think that's a good idea. The problem is that the carapace goes the other way. Like the carapace direction is the opposite from the gun.
Yes.
So
what I would do is I would like, hold on, hold on, let me do a thing. There's too many windows open. Let's try this.
Yep.
Oh, it's so dark. So in the middle of his head, is this ridge.
Yeah.
And I would like
Yep.
cut down into the ridge to make, instead of, this is like convex, it pokes up, I'd make it concave. So there's like a valley running down the center of his carapace. The angle of the plates is not really an issue. Like I wouldn't be changing the angle of the plates to point forward. I would just make this valley. So what people said is that they like, when they think about a zoanthrope, they think of it focusing its power like in front of its head, like here. But I think what I was playing with was the idea of these bony ridges at the back. And I was going to take the zoanthrope carapace piece and put it at the back like this. And I was going to cut out this barb. So the idea would be that the ball of psychic energy is created here in this area. And then it fires down the top of the carapace. And then out through that cannon thing.
You know why I love that idea?
Why?
There are two Tyranid warrior heads, and one is having that mid ridge.
Yeah.
And that's being used all over the place,
over
and over again.
Yep.
And then there's this other one that doesn't have the ridge in the middle, and every other Tyranid has the ridge in the middle.
Yeah, that one still has the ridge, but it doesn't have the spike at the back. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like the one head has 3 spikes, one has 2, one, and then nothing in the middle.
Yeah, I think if you change that, that would be a significant difference between this is a zoanthrope sitting on a large Tyranid, and this is something like the Uber zoanthrope thing.
Yep.
Oh.
So that's why I really like the ridge idea.
Okay, well then maybe I'm gonna do it.
Well, first of all, thank you, Flynnhammer, for sending me that Catacomb Devil. That looks fantastic. He's just messaged me on Instagram with the and that really does look superb. So thank you very much, Flynn. With regard, someone in the comments, Flynnhammer actually has said the Neurothrope spike could work.
Yeah, I don't have it. I used it on my throne.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's interesting. Charlie Gray says if the idea is to represent him doing a warp blast, you could have him put a hand to his temple like the Patriarch is.
He's not going to have any hands.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Don't worry. I'm there, Hydra. He doesn't have any hands.
No, that's fair enough. Lots of people are suggesting the eye or horn idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob Foster is online now.
Hey, Jacob. Welcome, buddy.
Let's see. The comments definitely seem to be in favour of not doing the ridge, the channel, and for going for some kind of like focusing point, be it a horn, an eye, or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah. That would... Yeah.
Well, that would leave me straight against the trend.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, I'm kind of in two minds. I think the channel could be an idea. It could be a good idea if you have some kind of like obvious source as to where this Mega Warp Blast is coming from, like some point.
So I think the whole thing with the channel and the source for the Mega Warp Blast is that this dude... I should just get some... Hold on. Where's the sticky tack? This dude... He's going to be chilling up here. Like so. More or less.
It's delaying a bit, so...
Of course. So he's going to be chilling up on top of the dom. And I'm going to have to call this in about 5 minutes, FYI, everyone. And then this thing is going to be back here. So when you look at the dominatrix, there's going to be this kind of like peak to the model. Like a focal point at the top. And that's going to be where the warp blast comes from.
Right, okay. So it's not actually coming directly from the Zoanthrope's head itself.
Well, it's going to come from like behind the Zoanthrope's head. So the idea is that like it's coming from like the back of the Zoanthrope's head.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
And
yeah,
and when I cut that channel down the middle, that spike's going to be out of the way, and then these horns, like I might like curve them around to like focus them more, but it's the idea that these are like containing that blast, and then like the curve of the thing at the back is also containing that blast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an idea. Two things that have occurred to me, just looking at some second edition models, are obviously with the old epic dominatrix miniature. It did have. I seem to recall it had those big sort of like veins on the back of the throne.
Yes.
I don't know if you're planning on incorporating something homaging them at all.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the. I haven't done this yet, but if you look at Warren Beatty's original sketch for his concept for a dominatrix, what I'd like to do is I'd like to put the what do we call them? The spore chimneys that you get on like normal Tyranids. I'm gonna have like rows of them on either side, and they're gonna be tall.
I think I know the sketch you mean. Like the one, it reminds me a bit of the one from the.
Well, Warren's are not tall. Like I'm gonna make mine tall, but like on Warren's, it just has like normal spore chimneys on either side. So I do want to add those, but now I'm worried that they might get in the way. But
yeah,
I don't know.
The other thing I was going to suggest, and this could be a bit tricky to do, I don't know, is perhaps because obviously this isn't just any Zoanthrope. This is the Zoanthrope mounted on the back of a dominatrix.
Yeah.
Is you know the second edition Zoanthrope, the walking one?
Yes.
It had almost like that crown of blades around its cranium.
Yeah, the pineapple head.
Yeah, the pineapple head, exactly, yeah. Is some kind of homage to that could be an interesting way of like designating, both showing its increased power compared to the average Zoanthrope, and also being a nice callback to that old miniature.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's something I should keep in mind, because that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's funny, because like the second edition Zoanthrope, it's a bit funny looking, especially considering that obviously it walks as opposed to floating like every other version of the Zoanthrope.
Yeah.
But I really like its head.
Yeah,
me too.
Is the most awesome piece.
Yeah.
Oh, you know Grim and Gribbly on Instagram?
Oh, the fungus guy. Yeah.
The fungus guy. Yeah, well, the fungus guy. Awesome... So before he was a fungus guy, he was an orc guy. And before he was an orc guy, he was also a Tyranid guy. And he started making a modernized version of the Pineapple Head Zoanthrope. Why do I call it Pineapple Head? Palm Tree Head. The Palm Tree Head Zoanthrope. And I have not let him forget that he's never finished that model. And I've been bothering him for so long that I think he's like, okay, I'm going to finish it and I'm going to give it to you. And I can't wait for him to do it because I love that model so much. And I think like his start on it was so good. So I really want to see it seen through to conclusion.
Definitely. There's actually not a there's not a lot of there's definitely not a lot of love for a lot of the second edition Tyranids, which is a shame because a lot of the designs, even if they're a bit dated by, well, not the designs, but even if the sculpts are a little bit dated just because of how old they are, I still think a lot of them, like the Lictor, for example, I love the second edition Lictor.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but it's good.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's funny. I think I've mentioned this.
What's that, Hydra?
I just love the Termagons from that.
Oh yeah, the old ones?
Yeah. I don't know why, but they sort of have a special place in my heart.
Aw, cute.
I actually picked up like 10 or 11 plastic second edition Termagants from a convention once. I still need to get around to finishing them.
I have a box of them sitting around as well in the basement. They never made it.
Oh dear.
I want to get Darth Bob, who has helped co-host before and I think did last week. Last week he was talking about this eBay seller and he was like, "Oh, this eBay seller has all these original boxes." And then Flynnhammer's like, "Give me the link." And I'm like, "No, don't give him the link. I want to buy them first." So the guy's got lots. And I've now purchased mine. But the thing I was gunning for was I really wanted to like replicate the first Tyranids I ever bought, which was a Hive Tyrant and a box of plastic Termagants, like the 6 Termagant box of second edition. And he had the Tyrant, and I got the Tyrant, but sadly he does not have the Termagants anymore.
Also, we have some more comments. So, Nick, how is the project you're doing with your wife going?
It's we haven't really worked on it a lot. We started that, we did a lot that one night, and of course I want to convert the mount for Alariel, and she wants to do Alariel, so she finished Alariel and she's like, okay, Alariel's done. Now she needs to be primed. I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't finished my mount yet. So
Oh no!
I haven't done further work on it since the other night when we were working on it. But I have
Yeah.
to prime her Alariel for her because she's like, "Oh, I can prime Alariel. I'll use your airbrush." I'm like, "Oh, that's going to be dangerous. I should just do it myself." More because
Yeah.
I don't want to have to teach her how to use an airbrush and clean an airbrush. I'm happy to just give it a
Yeah.
zenithal prime. I made it clear to her. I'm like, "I'm not painting your model for you. I will just zenithal prime it, and then you can paint it." So she's allowed me to do that, but now I
Yeah.
have to prime it.
Yeah. Anyway, Flynn Hammer, you could try having the zone throat body extend out over the head to focus the energy more, stretching down in the middle of the carapace of the dom.
Not feeling it. It's a good idea,
Yeah.
but I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Symbio Joe, you know you made it when people are referring to you as the fungus guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd like that. I think that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, for real though, Grim and Gribbly's Gene Stealer cult fungus cult is really cool.
The official name for it is the Cordyceps cult.
Oh yes, that was it. Isn't that after that weird
Yep.
fungus that infects ants?
And makes them zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Rather appropriate for what he's doing.
yeah. Flynn Hammer, cough cough. Second edition Nids were amazing.
Yeah, good man.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, Symbio Joe. Second edition termagants have a very charming smile.
They do. It's true.
They do. It's true. But yeah, I've said this on stream before, albeit not on voice, because this is the first time that folks on the internet have heard my voice. But one of my absolute favourite like featured conversions of all time, and actually the thing that got me into Tyranids as it happens, is in the back of the third edition Tyranid Codex, there is a really cool converted lictor made from the second edition model. And I've forgotten who did it, because of course I had Chris Blair, I think it was. I think I found out on that Golden Demon archive. And it's in this really cool muted, like olive green colour. And it's on a big swampy scenic base, and it is to date one of the coolest looking, like most evocative Tyranid.
Wait,
not
back
just
of the
Tyranid,
third
40K
edition?
dioramas.
Third edition codex or the fourth edition codex?
The third edition codex. Although I do know the one you mean, the fourth edition Victoria Lamb
Hold on a
lictor
sec.
sculpt is also very impressive.
Oh, I see it. Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That is an amazing piece. Look at the
Yeah.
face. Oh, it doesn't have one. Woo!
That was the very good use of that lictor.
It was, yeah.
And
No,
it fixes
love
the
that model.
weird like way that they had the mantis talons up over the head.
Yeah. Exactly. A bit of
Although
delay on my
it
end.
gives
because of
two
course
of
there is.
those the back blades. The lictor had this back blade thing in the middle of its back, and it's got two of them.
Yeah,
He added a
and
second.
they've got two of them. Yeah, and there's something about the way the feeder tendrils have been painted that it's just so revolting, and I
Yeah.
love it.
And that is a very creepy face.
I'm totally with you there.
But yeah, that is legitimately one of my favourite things. I mean, the one from the fourth edition one is fantastic as well. The one with the terrified looking guardsman being stalked by the lictor over the Space Marine statue.
This dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the resculpted head
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah. You'll have to excuse me. There's a heavy delay at my end
That's
with
fine.
with your
Of course.
stream. So
And then we've got some stuff from our friend Malak in here. Ooh. Crimson Stalkers. A lot of people say that this stuff got them into Tyranids. Crazy.
but yeah,
card?
the oh yeah, that's it's just showing up for me now. The that one, yeah. It's funny how. Oh yeah, of course. There's the Malok's old Was it High Fleet Moloch still?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because the newer colour scheme is High Fleet Ouroboros or whatever it's called.
That's right.
But yeah, it's funny how both the. I mean, I don't have the second edition Tyranid Codex, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a treasure. You got to find one.
I do. But yeah, it's funny how both the showcase sections on the Tyranid Codexes that I've actually seen, they both have those really, really cool lictor conversions on them.
Yes. There was no showcase section in the second edition one, I don't think. Not of the same, the same type.
Yeah.
You know what I find really curious about that showcase sections?
What?
That it shows people doing Tyranids in a good way.
Yeah.
Look at those lictor heads. They are magnificent. Both of them are so good.
They're different.
And then
they're new.
You go back, look at the original lictor, and think, what has gone wrong here?
Yeah.
What, as in the current lictor sculpt or the original lictor sculpt? I'm a bit confused. Sorry.
Well, the second edition lictor sculpt was, it was there, and everyone was happy about it. And the third edition was an okay sculpt.
No, it was horrible. The third edition one was really bad. The third edition one was just the feeder tentacles sticking straight out, like.
Yeah. See, it's funny because the third edition lictor sculpt, I like the claws and I love the torso, but the head is a bit, well, kind of horrendously derpy, and I do not like the flesh hooks at all.
Yeah, the flesh hook shooting out. Yeah.
Yeah. The flesh hooks are one of the...
Sorry, guys, my wife called me, so I had to kill all the audio for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, the thing with the flesh hooks is they're one of the coolest concepts, as you were saying, from 40k. But as you say, they've been so consistently represented kind of badly. I suppose the problem is because, like, if you don't have them being shown mid-firing, it's hard to tell what they're doing. Like where they are for WYSIWYG purposes. And but the problem is, of course, that if you do show them mid-firing, you're limited as to how you can pose the model without it looking absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely there with you.
Yeah. I will say, I do like the current lictor sculpt. It's not perfect, but
I didn't love it until I dug back out this lictor that Hydra gave me, and I looked at it. I'm like, this is a cool little model, and I subsequently went and bought 2 more off of eBay in pewter, not in fine cast. But the tail's really cool. I really like the back carapace, the angle on the plates and kind of the ridging in them. The mantis claws, I like how long they are, especially in the Death Leaper. I like that they have little grabbers on the ends. And then it's got this whole thing where it looks like it could snap the mantis claws down on you, and it's almost like a mouth. The hands are okay. The Rending Claw hands I don't love. The feet are amazing. And
the feet are brilliant.
The face I don't love, but the tail's amazing. So it's a very serviceable model. But like you said, the flesh hooks are just hidden in the torso, so they're not firing.
I feel like. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Jacob Foster's got to go. He says someone made third-party clear resin lectors.
Yes. A lot of people have done that. See you later, Jacob. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad YouTube didn't fail you, or maybe it did.
Yeah. I feel like I love the current Lictor sculpt, but I feel like it's one of those things where, because obviously it was based obviously on Roberto Cirillo's excellent concept
Do you
art.
think it was? I think it was, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. I mean, I'm not sure, because looking at the 4th edition codex, where it has the art by him for each of the units, I'm not sure if it was. Certainly in the codex, it has the Lictor art, and I'm still not sure if that's art he drew after the sculpt was finalized, or if that was the concept art that was drawn upon for the Lictor design. But either way, I've always loved Roberto's Lictors.
Oh, we gotta fix this. Hold on.
Oh no, something happened.
No, it's it's me being ridiculous. Hold on. There we go. Oh god, still not there.
There we go. It's
What's that, Pinky? Oh,
hang on. Oh,
hey.
oh wow, that's a nice printout. That big Lictor you've got there. There's a bit of glare on there because it's hard to see the.
So
It's not a printout.
it's not a printout.
Hang on, that's the original.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So you're right. It is very close.
Yeah, and you can see it's one of those things where there's so many cool ideas going into the sketch design, and it's very close to being represented
it's so
properly in the model.
Like down to like the head with the spikes on it. Like you see that on the Lictor. But
Yeah,
and the hands are trying for it, but it's not as good as Roberto's.
no.
And the tail is definitely too.
Yeah, I was about to say my favourite feature of both the model and the sketch is probably the tail. Like, it reminds me a bit of like a cobra, except a tail instead of a head.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it's a really cool model, and a really cool sculpt. It's not sculpt, sketch, sorry. As I've said before, when I need to get around to, it's annoying because I stripped off my badly painted Lictor, and I tried repriming it, but obviously hadn't stripped it properly because I've had to strip it again.
Yeah.
I need to when I again once I've got my modelling cave set up, I need to properly finish the sculpt work on that Lictor because I want to give it the grill eyes.
Yes.
That we've mentioned many a time. Yeah, I love those.
Yep.
So, I really loved with the Roberto sketches when he was doing the Lictor arms, that the idea that it looked like the end of the mantis arm could be like a harpoon or something that would shoot out, and then like the idea of having like these like grasper claws underneath it. Yeah.
You know, I never would have thought of that, but that's a really good idea.
He nailed the Lictors.
Yeah.
About the only thing I would maybe change about his is that they're very stocky. Like I want them to have like longer, sprintier legs. Like the legs are kind of chunky. Like even in here, like it looks like this is getting into kind of a crushing claw. Oh, what are you doing, son?
Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Oh, just like I love. I think he did a really good job on the Lictors, and the only thing I would change would be the legs. That I would make them look more lithe, so that they were like made for dashing.
Yes.
Because they look pretty heavy.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I know. Reminds me of Bits of Box did that rather impressive quadruped Lictor that you did ages ago.
Oh yeah, the one that's like crawling down that pipe or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was someone else that I can't remember what they were called, but they did a really impressive Lictor crawling out of a pipe with like a weird like head frill around its head, a bit like a frilled lizard or something.
Are you talking about Malak? I thought he did one. I don't remember the head frill, but he's got one crawling out of a pipe. Is it a different one?
No, this is someone else.
He just used the plain, that special Lictor Death Leaper thing.
Yeah.
And had it look out.
Yeah.
Hey, just in case you guys are wondering, I'm on the final rush to finish this thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I mentioned this before, but oh, there's that. Oh no, that's a tiny image. I was about to say I found a high definition image of that Lictor conversion I love, but alas, no. Oh, who was it who did I'm just looking at their picture, but I can't remember who was it who on Instagram did those really cool lictors with the sort of like mantis inspirations, like took the mantis aspect of the lictor and dialed it all the way up to 11. I'm sorry,
that story guy?
That story guy or that storyboard guy? You mean the one that we featured on Warp Shadow that had the like all the different colors?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's called That Story Guy. I can never remember if it's That Story Guy or That Storyboard Guy on I think it might be Storyboard Guy on Instagram, but you can find him on Warp Shadow. We've featured a number, like I think all of his lictors.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I know the ones. Yes, it was that storyboard guy. Yeah, because he did some really impressive. He did one themed after like an orchid mantis with its colours.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the different kinds of mantises, so that's really cool. That it was like closely sticking to it.
Yeah. Well, mantises have some really gorgeous colours in real life. So yeah. Actually, I tell you the best thing. I'll post this in Discord for later. But one of the best things I ever saw done with the 3rd edition lictor is someone took its torso, flipped it upside down, and made it into the head for this weird demon abomination thing. It was featured in the Doc Butcher's conversion clinic in White Dwarf issue 300.
Yeah, magnificent work. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved that thing, and I kind of want to have a go at recreating it myself.
Can anyone send me a link to that or a picture of that? I can't picture it.
Oh, it should be in the Discord call.
Oh, okay. I never go back to look. Oh, look, there's a baby in a gas suit. Oh, look, there's a pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, look, more patterns. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. He used the legs, that torso. I do remember this. Damn, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is where they're giving you like the number, the bits code, so that you can order the stuff yourself. Genius.
Yeah. This is back when White Dwarf was amazing.
Yeah. And back when we could actually buy bits without buying a whole frame.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say I missed those days, but I don't think I was around for those days, so I can't really comment.
I miss those days.
Yeah. But yeah, the lictor, I think it's been mentioned in the comments actually. Someone said that G-Dubs has always had a problem with representing the lictor rules-wise, as lore-wise the model is for asymmetrical combat.
Oh, apparently my internet is crapping out, I think.
Oh,
it says we're not receiving enough video to maintain streaming. And someone commented that the connection's shot.
Oh, dear.
No, I think we're okay because we're talking on Discord, but I think YouTube is having trouble right now.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's a shame.
It might be frozen. So this might be a good time to call it, because I was supposed to call this at like 5:15, 5:30. It's now 5:50. So I got to go have dinner.
Yeah.
But sorry to cut it off. Just like this is really great, and as we've proven that the Eurostream can work, we should just do this again sometime.
I think we should.
It was great fun, guys.
And Hydra, you and I will do like a practice session together where we can we can.
Hang on. Charlie Gray says he meant his connection.
No, it's not just Charlie Gray. When I do this, YouTube gives me like a readout of like the streaming health, and it's saying the streaming health is bad.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So it's not just Charlie.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so Hydra, let's talk and let's make sure that we can get your video sorted, because it's not that legible right now. In terms of like if we were going to do like a co-sculpt, we'd want it to look a little better, so we can like mess around and figure out the best way to do it so that we can get your audio and all that. But this is a good first start. I think it was decent.
Me too.
Good. So thanks for doing it. And Peter, thank you so much for jumping on.
Well, no, thank you for having me on. It's an honour.
Oh, that's magnificent help, man.
Thank you. I try. I was checking some of the comments just one last time. Flynn Hammer says, I wish Games Workshop would bring back Dr. Butcher's conversion clinic. Really love that section.
Oh, I forgot
Absolutely
about
agreed.
that.
Yeah. Also, just so you know, Tom Wilson has sent you converted lictor he made on Instagram. So if you wonder why you've received a random message from nobody, then that's why.
I never wonder about receiving random messages. Please send me random messages all the time. I'm happy to receive them.
Yeah, well, that's helpful then. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's us caught up more or less on the comments.
Good. Well,
so,
thank you so much. That's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me join in. It's been a great pleasure.
Great.
And yeah.
And it was great help, a magnificent help.
Agreed.
Thank you. I certainly tried.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Anyway, we should probably call the stream about.
Yeah. So everybody have a happy new year. We'll be back with another stream at least next week, if not before. If Hydra and I get ambitious, maybe we try one on the weekend, but we got to coordinate that. So we'll see.
Okay.
All right. And thanks so much.
Okay.
Okay. Bye now.
Have a good one.